Ladies and gentlemen, race fans from around the world, wherever you are across the globe, welcome to the Holy Grail of Australian motorsport. That's right, it's Bathurst, it's Mount Panorama, and tonight the thunder of V8 Supercars echoes across the hallowed tarmac right here in Bathurst, where legends are born and dreams are shattered. This is more than just a race, it's a test of courage, it's a test of endurance, and it's unrelenting speed all the way around these 6.2 kilometres of unforgiving asphalt. Our drivers tonight looking to wrestle with the mountain and dance on that fine line between glory and absolute disaster. From the iconic skyline to the treacherous dipper, every corner is a story just waiting to unfold for us right here tonight. Get ready because Bathurst never disappoints, and today history will be made as we look to crown our Season 2 champion for the Alliance Sim Racing V8 Supercars. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's broadcast. My name is Jared Cole, and on behalf of Simple Racing Broadcasts, we are welcoming you back to this Round 10 for Season 2 of 2024, the Alliance Sim Racing V8 Supercars. We've been building up to this over the past 9 weeks. We've seen the astounding highs that racing offers. We've seen some of the crushing lows, and it's all come down to this tonight. Unfortunately, as often goes wrong, I'm here on my own this evening as my co-commentator has struggled with technical issues, and so we're hoping that he can join us a little later on, because I'm going to need all the help I can get in covering what is set to be an absolutely stunning race event tonight. We've got solo qualifying coming up in just a moment, with our drivers getting 2 of their very best laps to set the grid in what is set to be a stunning mini enduro to finish the season. A 50-lap race here around the hallowed Mount Panorama circuit, with a potential random safety car thrown in as well, just to keep us on our toes. This is Alliance Sim Racing, this is V8 Supercars, and I am absolutely stoked to be bringing the end of this first season of coverage from Simple Racing Broadcasts to you tonight, live and exclusive right here on the Alliance Sim Racing channel. Give us a shout in chat, keep me company tonight. I want to hear what you're loving seeing, I want to hear the drivers that you're barracking for tonight, and I want to hear your predictions for the winner of Season 2 for these drivers. It's been a season that has given us a little bit of everything. We've seen a change of lead along the way a couple of times now, but there's one name that has sought to dominate, and that is, of course, Matt Vanderkraan, who has been consistently out in front in the championship standings. But a shocker of a round in round 9 has left him scrambling to retain that lead as we come into the final race of the season. Let's take a look at those championship standings in just a moment, but before we do that, I do want to make a special shout out to those of you watching at home who aren't already part of this championship and you'd like to give it a go. That's right, it's coming up to Season 3, and we have an opportunity for you to get your name down and possibly snap up a spot amongst these incredible driving talents. Let's take a look for just a moment at the draft calendar for next season, and it is an absolute cracker, with of course the Gen 3 Supercars on their way to us December 10th. We're going to be kicking off on the 17th of December at Watkins Glen. And as you can see, some classic tracks lined up for us across 10 weeks of racing, carrying us through right till the 4th of March. It seems like a long way away, but we'll be there in no time as we do wait for the drivers to get underway of qualifying in the background. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but check out that lineup for next season. If you're interested and you'd like to get your name down for the opportunity to participate in this next season, do send us an email, alliancesimracingaustralia, all one word, @gmail.com. That's alliancesimracingaustralia@gmail.com, and have a chat to the team about your opportunity to get involved with next season. We are about to get underway. Qualifying is happening in the background. As you can see, drivers coming out onto track, and we will take a look at what these drivers are capable of setting in terms of times around this track in just a moment. But give us a shout. I want to know what's going on for you tonight. We are just getting started here. We've obviously got a very, very quick qualifying setup. We're going to have to wait for these guys to actually run some times for us. Let's take a look. It looks like Phil Marsh is probably the first out on track this evening. So we'll keep an eye on him as he makes his way around and up over Skyline. So plenty of time to warm the tyres up. Oh, check out that livery. Farewell Holden on the side. And that says it all. This is effectively the last race for the Gen 2 Supercars and the last opportunity for these Holden drivers to show what the Commodore was capable of before it drops into legacy status with iRacing. Very, very soon we'll still have the Mustangs, but we'll be into the Camaros, and it will be the end of an era really for the Holden Commodore Supercar that we have, well, look, loved might be a strong word for some drivers, but certainly that we've known for quite some time. As we see Phil Marsh making his way around. Be very interesting to see tonight just what the first sort of time lapse are around here. We're expecting somewhere in the low 2 minutes as we get around Bathurst. These drivers know it well. They've all put in plenty of laps of practice here, and now it's just a matter of waiting to see what qualifying does actually bring us. So why not? Let's go to the race audio, and you can listen in as the Supercars make their way around. We're keeping our eye right now on Phil Marsh as he heads up the mountain for the first time. We'll just wait to see who does set the first timed lap here as these drivers get around. We're expecting, of course, a very, very challenging finish to the championship. Let me talk to you for just a moment about the championship standings just before this round. So this is how it looks before we enter this one. Matt Vanderkraan, Angry Birds Racing entry, 3,151 points. Stephen Varga, hot on his heels, 3,122 points. It is all going to come down to this. Vanderkraan's going to need, 29 points or more ahead of Stephen Varga. He needs to stay there to retain his standing and take this championship. Trav Hunt and Trav Daly not too much further back, but realistically probably out of the hunt for P1. Gary Buckland looking to take out 5th there. Very, very close with Troy Sipple and Damon Fisher. That'll be a battle to watch tonight. And Daniel Sheriff's right in the mix there as well. Those guys separated by a mere 13 points from 6th to 8th. Chris Burridge back in 9th, and Peter Sattler rounding out the top 10 in the championship standings before tonight's event. So plenty still to come, but Vanderkraan does not have it wrapped up by any means. There's still plenty of time for Stephen Varga to possibly take this away, snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here. You couldn't argue with a P2 up against some of the talent we've got in this season, but nonetheless, P1, Stephen Varga can almost taste it, I'm sure. And it's really just a matter of time before we get into the racing and see if he's able to take this one away from Vanderkraan. So, look, as a bit of a guide, roughly 2 points per position. So it's going to be tough for Varga to take it. Vanderkraan's going to have to finish much further down the field. But, of course, this is Bathurst. Anything can happen. As Phil Marsh gets around, sets that first time, and immediately the quicker times start to roll through some very, very fast times. Trav Hunt at 2 minutes 3.89. Let's jump now to Troy Sipple, who's out on track at the moment and just looking to cross the line with a 2:05, so that's going to put him in the top 10 to start. Sean Vandermeulen's out there as well with Matt Vanderkraan. Let's take a look at his finish to this. Gets the drive out of the final corner. It's not going to be quick enough just yet, though. So Van der Kraan, sneaks it through. 0.052 ahead of Trav Hunt. So Van der Kraan absolutely out there tonight to give it his very best and retain that championship lead. Stephen Varga, the Quantum Racing entry, on his way up the hill. Let's keep an eye as he makes his way around the track and see what he can do. He was almost a half second behind Van der Kraan from his first lap, but we will see what he's got up his sleeve here. He's going to be pushing this to the absolute limit to try and get that sneaky pole start. Bathurst, of course, a very, very challenging track to pass on. There's not a lot of opportunities. You're really relying on errors from your fellow drivers. And so every position in qualifying makes all of the difference. As he starts his way down the hill, very, very tricky in these V8 Supercars to keep it under control. The weight transfer, important as you make your way through those turns. Down Conrad straight he goes, and let's see what Stephen Varga can deliver. Is it going to be enough to get on pole ahead of Van der Kraan's very quick 2:03.8? As we see Simon Haynes also looking to set some quick times there. At the moment, Varga, he's not going to have the pace that he needs by the look of things. So we'll see if he manages to claw it back, but unfortunately that lap just not looking quick enough, so he'll stay further back in the field, and that's great news for Matt Van der Kraan. Stephen Varga finishing up P6 on his second lap. And so as a result, that's going to give Van der Kraan quite a bit of breathing room as we get into the 50-lap race tonight. We do, of course, have race control up our sleeve, so we'll keep an eye out for messages from them this evening. We are using an all-new layout tonight in terms of our broadcast, so give us a shout. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, as we'll start to fine-tune this coming in and getting ready for the Gen 3 Supercars, launching December 10th with iRacing in our first race of Season 3, only a week after that. So hopefully enough time for these drivers to get some practice in, come to grips with the new car models and the new car handling, and hopefully, just a little bit of something interesting for us to watch at home for week one. I'm sure it will be. These guys always put on a fantastic show. Simon Haynes coming down through the final corner before Conrad Straight and opening up that V8 engine. Can never get enough of the sound of the V8s around Bathurst. It's where they were meant to be, after all. Anita Buckland putting in some very, very good times compared to her first lap, so looking to improve and crossing the line with a 2:10. Simon Haynes here coming around. I think he's improved his time most of the way around the track, but it's not going to be enough to push him further up, I don't believe, in the standings. Trav Hunt and Trav Daly sitting up the top of the leaderboard here, but Van der Kraan absolutely the one to beat tonight. Haynes is going to cross the line on his second lap now, and that's a 2:05.39, so retains a P14 for the start. Let's go now. Oh, big slide to finish it off. Gotta love seeing that. Lucas Burt on his way up the hill as well. One of the last drivers out on track at the moment. So let's see what he can do and if he can put in a nice little showing here. Up and over Skyline, the view out to the mountains in the distance. There's a reason that this racetrack is so beloved by so many Australian motorsport fans. It's absolutely iconic. Even if it's not necessarily the very best track in terms of what you'll see with passing opportunities, it is absolutely one of the most challenging driving tracks in the world. And so what we're hoping for tonight is some clean racing, but 50 laps is a long way to go. It does appear, if I'm not mistaken, that Biggles may have joined us. Are you with us, Biggles?
G'day, mate. How you going?
He's made it.
Bathurst.
I am so excited to have you along, my friend. I was a little concerned for a while, I won't lie.
Oh, trust me, my friend. Nothing's going to stop me from coming to Bathurst.
That's what I like to hear.
50,000 reboots later and hard drive problems and this and that and that and that. And, of course, I have to repair a motherboard and have it come back. And anyway, I'm here.
It's rough, mate. That's
yes,
a rough start. Absolutely.
Yes.
We're just finishing up qualifying, you may have noticed. Lucas Burt just about to cross the line. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like he's managed to record a time on that lap either. So that'll be all she wrote for qualifying. And now we just wait for the final results to be sent through from race control. And here we go. This is how it's going to start off. So Van der Kraan will take pole. The Angry Birds Racing entry, setting the fastest time there, right alongside Trav Hunt on row number 1. So that is a fantastic starting opportunity for Van der Kraan. Trav Daly and Chad Vigo on row 2, then Stephen Varga and Jamie McKnight back on row 3. So Varga will be looking to get up and challenge Van der Kraan very, very early here. Damon Fisher and Daniel Sheriffs in the next row, then Gary Buckland and Peter Sattler rounding out the top 10, followed closely by Sean Vandermeulen and Rick Vigar. Then Troy Sipple and Simon Haynes behind them, with Jason DiBattista and Todd Martin. Joseph Granshaw and Scott Perrins just behind, with Reg James and Dylan Sipple following them up. James Hardy and Craig Rose in 21 and 22. And Philip Marsh from PJM Racing and Michael Hayes from Nova Sim Sports, 23rd and 24th. And rounding out tonight, Anita Buckland and Lucas Burt in 25th and 26th there. Scott Bartone and Tim Nicol have our safety car duties for this evening as we get ready to go racing. Brad Daly joins us again. Mate, great to have you along. Do hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. It's going to be an absolute cracker. And Biggles, we were talking a little earlier, we're only a few weeks away from Season 3 of the V8 Supercars, the Gen 3s. They're coming.
Yeah, you're jump starting already, mate. We're going to get this race over and done with first.
I know, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right. I'm getting ahead of myself. You're absolutely right. But geez, it's hard not to be excited.
You got to conquer the mountain, mate, and the mountain conquers you. That's going to be the key, isn't it, for these 28 or 26 or so gladiators here this evening. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, of course, Matty's in the hot seat. He's the one that can wrap up this championship and get it done. But, of course, he has key drivers ready to chase him down. And where's Vugsy starting the grid? P6, mate. Got a bit of work to do.
A lot of work to do. We were saying earlier, taking a look at the championship standings, Varga can take it away from Van der Kraan still. It's mathematically possible, but geez, it's going to be a big ask. Van der Kraan's going to have to crash out, and really Varga's going to have to get top couple of spots to do that. It's a big ask. It's a really big ask. But
it's not really, mate. It's got Fords blow up and break down, and Varga, of course, and Holden will be able to scoot on by.
You're really hanging on to that, aren't you? We're getting ready to go underway. Mate. We're just under starters' orders now, waiting on the last drivers to join the grid. Lap 1 of this 50-lap race event for the evening. We are getting ready to go green.
It's Bathurst. It's exciting, and it's a championship decider. So the Mountain will conquer one of these drivers, because one of these drivers will be celebrating themselves a race victory here for the season of ASR. And all you have to do is see that checkered flag ahead of your opponents, of course. And, well, Matty's in the hot seat. Can he get it done?
What a season it's been, too. Like, to find ourselves here at the end of these 10 weeks, it's gone so quickly, and yet we've seen so much. We're under starters' orders. Here we go. 50 laps at Bathurst, the final race of the season. We are underway, and the drivers get away to a cracking start. This is Bathurst. Into turn 1 we go. Van der Kraan retaining position 1 as he makes his way in. Let's hope, for everyone's sake, that this is a clean start as we make our way around this famous track for the very first time this evening. And Biggles, mate, I cannot wait to see what this race brings.
Well, they survived Hell's Corner, mate, so it's climbing up into the mountain at the moment. This is going to be the key part. Cold tyres and warm hearts from a lot of these drivers. Going to be quite smooth climbing up the mountain, smooth climbing back down the mountain, overtaking opportunities, of course, as you go down Conrod Straight and then into the chase. There's going to be some opportunities, but for now, I would just back off, go single file, and see how your car feels under the loud pedal.
50 laps is a long way around Bathurst in a V8 supercar. Trav Hunt, though, wasting no time. He's got the pressure on Van der Kraan very, very early as we see them ripping up past the curb cam. Now Van der Kraan starts to open it up a little bit as he comes across and gets into Skyline. These guys just absolutely pushing hard right from the start. But that comes with its own risks. As we see the drivers make their way back down the hill, and it all starts to get a little bit hairy here on cold tyres. But these guys are very, very familiar with the handling of supercars around Bathurst. It's one of the favourite tracks, of course, for any V8 driver. And Down
it's
there
about getting
come.
good exit out of the elbows. The key part to conquering Bathurst, and a lot of drivers have nailed the elbow quite well. Now they go full on down Conrod Straight, try to break that Nissan GTR Skyline record that held up there during the 90s for a very long time, and of course now go through the chase. I don't think anybody's going to be sizing up any overtyping opportunities just yet, but Stephen Varga, mate, he is on the back there of Chad Pagar, and let's see how they navigate the final couple of corners, mate. Start another lap 2 around the final race of the season.
Tell you what, it's only early days, but already you have a look at the grid. A full lap around Bathurst, and there's virtually no splits anywhere as Vanderkraan opens it up with a 2:06 to start it off. That is a cracking first lap. With cold tyres, he's only a few seconds off his qualifying pace. That is just awesome. Great view back down to Hell Corner. So we make our way up the mountain once again. Now, Biggles, the format tonight, 50 laps, but the possibility of a random safety car after lap 30. So that could well happen.
Fuel and pit stop as well too. No doubt you're going to require that 50 laps, mate. Big cut battle up the road there. So Stephen Pagar locks up a little bit. He's a little bit behind Chad, trying to get past him. If he doesn't get the job done, Jamie McKnight is definitely on his tailpipe, mate. And it's a Holden battle, P5 currently.
Absolutely there is, and that is, of course, Stephen Varga looking to make his way up and put the pressure on Vanderkraan, try and force the error, and hopefully force a mistake that gives Varga a shot at the number 1 spot on the podium at the end of this championship. It's a big ask. It's a big ask.
Go slowly get his jump done. I'd say all about the elbow once again as they climb their way down the dipper. You've got to get a good exit out of the elbow, and then he's close enough to get a run on Chad out of the elbow down Conrod Straight. That's going to be very, very crucial. But you're going to get through there first. Let's have a look how he navigates. And not too bad actually for both the drivers. Going to keep an eye on Jamie McKnight behind him as well, so putting some pressure on. I don't think he's going to be close enough at this point to mount a late dive. May get him into the final turn, but I would say on the exit of turn 2 and chase is always a good opportunity. If you are close enough, and he's not close enough at this point, he's going to have to back off a little bit. If you get a little bit of a run, sweeps to the right, of course, get on the loud pedal underneath the arm or the bridge, and then sweep it around to the final corner. Maybe if you get a good exit sometimes out of the corner here. Some people go a little bit deep, they go and run a little bit wide. You can get him into Hell's Corner. No, if not, you can try to chase him up the mountain again and sweep it around. You've got to do it before you get right up to the top of the mountain, mate, because there's not much open to taking opportunities there.
No, there really aren't. Have a look at some of those times coming through. All in the Turf 4s, Turf 5, so a very, very tight pack, which just talks to how much practice, how much experience these drivers actually have around Bathurst as we make our way through. Only lap 3. I do want to call out here, we're only a couple laps in, so still pretty new tyres after all. But take a look at the top speeds that these drivers are hitting. Matt Vanderkraan out in front with no aero assistance, 287 kilometres an hour, his top speed recorded so far tonight. But we've got a few drivers that have actually topped 300 k's already. Rick Vigar, 308 kilometres an hour. Jamie McKnight, 309 kilometres an hour. Chad Vigar, 305. So if these cars don't look fast to you, I don't know what sort of racing you're ordinarily watching, because these things absolutely fly.
Oh, they're probably watching Formula 1 going, is that all you can do around here? You've been a record the Jetson Button set actually in a Formula 1 car. Bathurst. But that's all by himself, of course. That's not race conditions, mate. That's just taking it easier around the old mountain. Well, Travi put a little bit of pressure there on Matty, the race leader and the championship leader, on his tailpipe, but once again couldn't find anything, and that's where Matt has prevailed as well too. Good exit out of the elbow. Nobody's going to be chasing him down on Rock Straight. Should be good to go and leading another lap. Here we go, Steve Vargy, mate. Vargy, it could be an opportunity here to send a late dive. He realises he's going to be compromising him as the leaders are starting to crawl away a little bit. But can he get it done? No, he puts his nose out. Look how close he is. Vargy's absolutely on at the tailpipe there of Chad Pagar. This is a battle for P4, and of course a huge battle for the championship. Jamie McKnight really in tight behind him. You can see those three here. Nothing to separate these lads as they conquer the mountain.
We were talking a little earlier. I was talking earlier before you joined us, as we went through a bit of a monologue, I suppose, about this track as Vandermeulen comes into pit lane. That's not a good early sign for him at all. Maybe just trying to get some clear air. just how challenging it is to make any moves in this track. Have a look at the positions gained and lost. There's virtually no movement throughout this entire field. A whole lot of up one spots now that Vandermeulen's gone into the pits there, but the front end of this field, it's basically been a procession so far. Stephen Varga, the only one who's really made a move in getting past Jamie Knight at this point.
Oh, give it a shot now, mate. Right on the money, you called it. This is an overtaken opportunity.
That's bold. That is bold. There's not a lot of space there to pass, but it just shows the pace that Varga has and what he's here to do tonight. He is looking to hunt down Vanderkraan. Here we go again.
Yeah, he's got to get him out of the elbow. He's got to get a good exit here. I think that'll be the key. Get it down the corner right straight will be. He's going to be as close as possible. You need to be in 1/10. And I've seen, and I've done the Bathurst endurance race broadcasting many times, my friend. A little bit of a lock up there to Chad as he's climbing back down the mountain. It's got to be crucial to get that exit, mate. You've got to be 1/10, at least 1/10.
Had a crash.
Oh dear.
Sorry, we're going to go back and take a quick look at that. What's happened here? This is coming down into the final corner. Cold tyres, is that what's caught him out?
Bugsy got a good exit. Bugsy got a good, oh yeah, you can see that out of the final corner. Bugsy got a good exit. He's going to make a run through the chase. He will stick his nose out here. It's going to be inside apron. He'll sweep to the right. He'll be off the racing line, but if you're last of the late breakers, he could get the job done. He'll tuck in. Yes, he will. Got the job done. There's
Beautiful
Bugsy,
work.
mate.
Stephen Varga up into fourth. Man on a mission tonight. The first of the Holdens. One of those Holdens out there we saw in qualifying as a farewell Holden on the side of that livery, and that is very reasonable,
right,
mate.
yeah.
Gen 3's on the way. Let's see if Stephen Varga can send off the Holdens in style.
Switching over to the Chevys, but they are a little bit more reliable, you have to say, at the end of the day, the Holdens anyway. But there it is. It's true. It's true. Nobody will disagree with me on the chat on that one.
I'm not entering into that one with you. Brad Daly out there probably got a couple of things to say about the Ford reliability.
Go talk to the Yanks about the Ford reliability, mate. The top, the rev heads that do the YouTube channels and they don't touch boards. They get blow up all the time. Anyway, go into that. Big battle, of course, going for P82, mate. A little bit further down the road. Whoop, there's a switcheroo, Daniel, and Peter Sattler.
Sheriff's past Sattler. Stephen Varga, we just keep an eye on here in P4. So he's got some work to do to catch up to Vanderkraan. But that battle, you're absolutely right. Back for P9 here, quite a few switcheroos happening here. As we see Rick Vigard, Troy Sippel, Jason DiMatteo went amongst Daniel Sheriffs as well as Simon Haynes. And I think Sheriffs has made a bit of a blunder there to drop him back so far. But here we go. We've got our eyes on Peter Sattler right now.
The Travies can be a big play here too, mate, because the Travies,
100%
P2 and P3, they are keeping Matty at bay. They are keeping him on his toes. And I tell you what, if they manage to slip on by old Matty, then that's going to help Vikings champions this championship. So this is good racing, and it's on edge. There's no better track to end the championship.
No, you couldn't ask for more than being right here at Bathurst to end this series. As we said earlier, Season 3 is almost upon us, and if you'd like to get amongst it, then do send through an email to alliancesimracingaustralia@gmail.com and express your interest. Who knows, you could find yourself behind the wheel of a Gen 3 supercar in next season's championship. Bit of a lock up there. Rick Vigard just trying to stay on the back of Peter Sattler, not letting him pull away, but this pack here for P9 just starting to space out a little bit. Meanwhile, further up the field,
Danny goes into pit road too. Dan Sherrills, so getting
a couple of pit stops happening here and there.
Early.
Yeah,
yes.
Got to get in early. Give yourself a bit of headroom, maybe.
Well, get track position, get some speed out there. If you're getting held up, difficulties to overtake. Some drivers might like to go pit road and choose an alternative strategy later on.
Absolutely. Incidentally, Trent Daly, special Bathurst livery there. I've just noticed. He's put on the Bathurst livery, the M1 Racing entry. Big Bathurst insignia on the bonnet, Australian flag on the roof, and standing out just as much as the usual bright yellow livery does.
Yeah, keep an eye on Jamie McKnight here. So Chad McGar had to get to concede that place to Stephen Varga, but Jamie McKnight's right on his tailpipe right now. That's a battle for P5, and if he gets a good run of the elbow, he may be able to mimic what Steve Varga's pulled off for that overtake. And tell you what, not many drivers have done an overtake this evening, so we'll see whether or not Jamie can mimic the car's Bugsy's awesome job. He's going to be chasing him down the elbow. This is a good opportunity here now, because you've got to say, as I said, you're in 1/10 by the time you exit the elbow. You've got a good run to Conrod straight to get an OT.
Absolutely do. Let's keep an eye on this. Jamie McKnight hassling, putting the pressure on. Does he get the drive out of the corner? Oh,
He
that was
did.
very
He
tight.
did.
That exit was very clean.
Yep.
The guy's going to be in trouble here.
Might have enough here. Might not actually, come to think of it. Didn't get almost side by side down there.
No, you
Might
just
be.
can't get it happening. I reckon the little bit of slipstream from Varga has saved Chad Vigar there. Jamie
Oh,
McKnight
don't
had
set
a
it there, mate.
big
I don't
look
know
up the
how many
inside.
times I've seen cars go around there during the Bathurst special on iRacing, and their race is done in Augusta. Of course, it's not 8 hours, but tell you what, it's going
Mate,
to
we're
feel
only
like
6
it when
laps
you get
in.
to lap 40, mate. You're going to feel like you've been driving for days.
Absolutely.
Got the Parramatta so let's see if Jamie maybe can try it up the hill, mate, because, you know, once again, Bugsy got it done there.
Yeah. Yep, it can absolutely happen from here. Still early days though. Lap 7 now we're on to, and the gap's starting to open up. Have a look at the gap back there to Damon Fisher. 4 seconds back from these three. I'll tell you what, we're going to have a few nice little battle packs on our hands tonight. Varga though, leading this group of 3 in the battle for 4th, and then the group of 3 further up the track. You just see him passing the camera in the foreground there.
He's going for it. He's
Touching
doing the
wall.
same. Around the outside
Oh.
here, they'll sweep through and cut back.
Can he do a
But
bit of an over-under here? There's not enough space
door
for
shut,
it.
mate. Door shut.
This is the thing about Bathurst, isn't it? Your passing opportunities are so limited, and if you don't nail them to the meter, you're not making it past on this lap. Driver's going very wide. Got to watch out for that drain grate on the very edge of the track there.
Is that today? Laser scan that out? I think they did, didn't they? Yeah.
They are absolutely in there. You've
Yeah.
got to be careful. It's probably not quite as slippery as an actual drain grate would be, but it's not a risk I'd be willing to take, even in iRacing.
Not the one in Las Vegas, anyway, that came off for poor Carlos Sainz. But they fixed
Not
it this year.
ideal. Not ideal, no. As we continue to make our way around, Trav Hunt hassling Matt Vanderkrant out in front still. A half
Here we
second
go, here we
separating
go.
each of the front 3.
Here we go. Down Codrod. He might have enough here. If he sticks his nose out, you got to commit at this point. No,
He's closing
he's
it
not.
down, but it's not going to be enough unless he gets a late break. He is closing that gap, though, ever so slightly on the way down Conrad. He's down to a 10th.
He's going to go.
He's
Wow,
having a look.
All right.
He's having a look.
That's bold.
Nothing
He'll have
doing
to-
there.
He had to lift off a little bit. In fact, you look at that brakes there. So the Angry Bird Racing Chad is feeling the pressure at the moment. He has felt the pressure, of course, for a couple of laps at the start of the race from Stephen Vigar that managed to find his way through Bugsy. Bugsy's a little bit up the road. Not a big chunk of time.
Just enough, though. Just enough.
Yep. Well, championship can make a huge difference of a few gaggle points at the moment, mate. That's for sure. I can tell you that. Well, here we go. Jamie, mate, where are you going to go? You could get an overtaking opportunity here as you climb up. I've seen it done before many times. If you watch 8-hour races doing this stuff all the time, mate, you can see overtaking opportunities where you wouldn't think they're possible.
Knight's closing it up again, and he's closing it up at a reasonably rapid pace. Down inside 2/10. Here he goes. Has a look. Not going to do it just yet. That's probably a good call. Damon Fisher just running off track a little bit in the background, but back on without any further incident. Let's take a look. Just a little bit further back from this. There's a battle going on for 10th that I want to take a look at. So this is Rick Vigar leading out right now. Jason DiBattista, Troy Sipple, Simon Haynes just off the back of this group as well. So 3 drivers very, very close together. And Gary Buckland not that much further up the road either. So these guys are pushing around here. Now Jason
battle's
DiBattista,
going
we haven't seen a... oh, there are tonight, absolutely. Big damage on the front of Simon Haynes' car, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it looked like
He's,
the front fender
he's having,
missing.
he's having a few issues with connection there as well by the look of things, so hopefully that doesn't cause him too many dramas, but definitely missing the front end of that car.
Oh, that'll be a connection issue for sure. That'll be a reconnection coming back in there, and you find your front fender's missing, and you're like, what did I do?
What did I do?
I didn't drive your car correctly when you were out of ping for a bit.
That's all it takes, right? Just a momentary
Tell you what, these
lapse.
cars look beautiful on my new processor, mate. The
Well, that's good to hear.
9800 3D. I'm like, wow, it's not even breaking a sweat, this thing.
Nothing to it, mate. Nothing to it. It's looking beautiful as always. And
there's a crash in the mountain somewhere, mate.
There is. We've had a big one. Let's go back. Reg James. Different livery tonight, but it's not done him any favours. What's happened here? Oh, big slide under brakes. What an awful place. And look at that, just slides back. Bang,
that's it.
bang.
That's a pile up.
Oh, that's
Is that
Scott
going to be a
Perrins.
caution? I don't see anything indicating that one, but...
I don't know. They've managed to get it underway again.
It's got some super cheap on the front, mate. Scotty... Some super cheap parts. Don't be a problem. There's crab walking that car all the time.
Yeah, back to the pits he goes. Scotty Perrins has copped it in amongst that as well. So, no safety car. Oh, big moment under brakes there. DiBattista right up behind Rick Vigar as they make their way back down that first straight. That Angry Birds livery in front as well. Tell you what, Simon Haynes looks like he's dropping debris every time he drops back in.
That's what happens actually by
iRacing
lately, mate.
He's okay.
Yeah. iRacing does that. It looks like the car's coming from them, you know.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal.
Launching from the moon or something, coming back to the...
Yeah. Just grounding out over and over again. Absolutely.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Travis still keeping Matty at bay here. And he has been. He's down to about 3/10 currently at the moment. So there's our race leader to P2. Travis got a little wiggle.
Had an issue.
Yeah,
we've just had an issue. We've lost our coverage. Bear with us while we try and get this up and running again.
Yeah, the Bathurst has got your computer at too at the moment there, Jared. What's going on?
Oh, it's not what we'd like to see. That's for sure.
Oh, trust me, I've had enough battles with computers this evening, mate, trying to get in here this evening. So I was very, very lucky somehow. I don't know what it was, but I guess I touched wood and it worked.
Yeah, not what we were hoping for. Bear with us.
No overtakes anyway. Well, if you've still got the audio coming through, yep, Travis still putting a little bit of pressure.
We've got nothing. We're going to have to get iRacing back up and running. I'm really hoping we don't see this too much tonight because we are missing out on some absolutely cracking racing. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, some dingoes chewed the bloody, the lights, mate, and we got no pictures. That's you dingo, mate. Control your dingo. Told you.
It's all about the dingoes, isn't it?
Yeah,
I'm going to have to try and get this started up.
Americans love it when you do that. Like, you got your dingo out there? What are you talking about?
Why is it always the dingoes? Why is it always the dingoes that get blamed for everything? That's what I'd like to know. Yeah, I mean, plenty of options.
Jamie McKnight just set the fastest lap out of everybody on the track. And, mind you, he's tucked up on Steve Vargsy's car whilst doing it. So that's not bad. He was a second quicker than Matty leading this race, and Matty's got clean air. Goes to show you how much pace Jamie has this evening.
Mate, keep our information coming through because you are our only link right now as we try and re-establish connection to our cameras.
Biggles, you're my only hope. yeah. All right. Hey. Don't you worry about it, Obi-Wan.
We've gone from Biggles having issues just joining us for the evening.
I know, mate. I'm sending them to you, unfortunately, these days.
The only connection, it's not what we like. We're just reloading now, though, folks. Bear with us. We'll be back with the action in just a moment. Thankfully, iRacing doesn't take too long.
Jared's not going to put a picture of him like we'll be right back while he's sitting on a beach with a pina colada in his hand.
No, none of the tech support stuff. Thank you very much.
So they go, be right back while I sit here and have a. Here we go. We've got some pictures back, mate.
We do. I'm just going to try and get our overlay back up and running. So let's see if we can get this happening once again for you. So we are back. Hopefully.
Jamie might make a run now, mate. He might make a run. He's certainly close. Vargsy had to put all that effort to get past Jamie. Oh, it's actually Chad Bagar. My apologies. So now Jamie's like, I'm sorry, Vargsy, mate. You got past. I got past, and now I'm a little quicker than you. So you got to get on with it, mate. You'd be thinking Jamie would be going, Vargsy, mate. Your championship contender is up the road, P1, and you don't get on with it. I'm going to have to steal the place from you.
Bear in mind, Trav Hunt, Trav Daly, not Vandercrime pull away with it just yet.
No, they're not, mate, which is good. In fact, these drivers can see him up the road, which is a good inspiration, of course, for Vargsy, because he's like, I still see my arch enemy up the road. So that's crucial for him.
Still there, still an option.
Yep. You just don't want to get in a place where you don't see him at all, and then you're on your race engineer or spotter to let you know where your championship contender is. So at this point, you can see him on the track, and that's still a good sign. The problem is, he's probably looking at his mirrors right now, exactly from Jamie, in that because he can see the gold Holden rocking on behind him. But then again, Bugsy knows he's in a Holden as well, so he's holding on.
Just holding on. Oh, we're just drinking too much singing tonight. Tim Lawson, how are you, my friend?
What's that old song goes? It goes, meat pies, football, meat pies, Holden, cars, and something else.
Mate, you've got me. You've got me. You're showing your age there, I'm sure. As we make our way back down the mountain.
That sounds good. What is that?
Now, Trav Hunt's had a bit of an issue up further. Trav Daly's closed the gap to him, but Hunt has dropped away from Vanderkraan. So is that going to lift the pressure just enough for Vanderkraan to start to feel comfy, start turning some quicker laps, I wonder? His best lap, though, very, very consistent, still in the mid-204s. So not a lot.
Tim Lawson, welcome back. Welcome, Tim. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Come on, give us a chin wagon out there. We've got 11:50 to go. We've got 40 to go, so we would expect a late dive. No, do you think about that, Jamie?
Still having to think about it.
Yeah,
having
through the chase.
Think about it. Stephen Varga just maintaining his position right now, P4. As it stands now, it's not going to be enough to unseat Vanderkraan from position 1 or from the lead of the championship, but it's a long way to go before we hit the finish line tonight, ladies and gents. Still another 38 laps or thereabouts.
As ACDC would say, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, especially up the mountain.
Tell you what, these guys don't make it look like a long way though, do they? They get up the top of this mountain so quick each and every lap. Varga starts to open up just a little bit on McKnight. Not enough.
It's got to be hard
to pull away.
To be chased like that, doesn't it?
There you go. Football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars.
Hey, Timmy, mate! I'm loving this man at Timmy,
Todd
mate.
Martin has had a crash. Todd Martin's had a crash.
There you go.
What's happened here? Oh, it's that last corner. Claims another victim. Just a little too much on the way out and into that pit wall.
Oh,
we saw that earlier.
Right there, mate. It's you fold up chair and eat your football meat pies. And,
it's that change in camber, isn't it, as he come out of the corner there. Oh, yep. And he's done more damage in trying to spin it around.
That happens a lot. You watch a Bathurst 8-hour race and iRacing, and you're going to see a lot of that, and that very, very.
It's a really deceptive corner, isn't it? It's that change of camber midway through. You think you're right to get on the accelerator and start to push out.
Travis close. It's not Travie close, Travie Daly. There's one Travie involved in that one. He is getting very, very spicy and dicey climbing down the mountain at the moment.
He's going to have the run
Could be in a position here for an OT.
Daly's going to have the run. Look at that. He is right on the tail of Trav Hunt.
Yep. Where's he going to go? But where is Travie Hunt going to defend? That's going to be a crucial part, isn't it? Is Travie Daly going to go for it? He's putting his nose out there, but he's going to slice and dice his way back in. No, he says, all right, mate. I'm playing with my food.
And you know what? Not a bad call. It's a long race. You don't want to do anything silly so early on.
It's a long way to the top. Well, so there we go. Goes down pit road, and that will be Lucas Burt. So he's elected
the earlier crash. Probably time to get some damage repaired, I imagine. But he won't play too much of a part here, as we see
Damon
Trav Hunt starting to close it up just a little bit on Vanderkraan now. Vanderkraan, I think, just holding off a little. That last lap from him just over 205. Same for Trav Hunt and Trav Daly. So the track may be just starting to slow a little here. But
football, meat pies, kangaroos, and Holden cars.
That one's going to be with you all night tonight, isn't it? Jamie McKnight.
I can't believe you didn't know that,
Jamie McKnight making the pass.
Whoa!
He's come past Varga. Varga's gone very wide, and McKnight goes through again. Varga's made a huge error coming in there, and he's now dropped a second back from Jamie McKnight. All of that work undone in a second.
And keep an eye on Rick Vergara and Gary too. They're going for it too for now. Behind them.
In the background, Troy Sipple side by side there with Di Matteo. So the moves are starting to happen here. This is dangerous. This is what's going to lead us to a safety car if these guys aren't careful, because side by side, up through the cutting does not work.
It does if you want to cut your chances of getting a good result. Yes.
Well, you're not wrong. That'll absolutely cut your chances right back. But have a look at the moves being made here. Just behind Di Potato now is Simon Haynes. So keep an eye on this one because he's closing up. Further back, Sean Vandermeulen and Dane Fisher.
So you have to switch the lead at the moment there. Matty made a mistake out of the corner. Traffic gets on the loud pedal and takes advantage of this one. Down, gone right straight, side by side. I don't think Matty's going to have enough pace. New race leader. I think maybe, no. Nope. Matty has not given up the yield this one. He's going to go side by side through here. It looked like that Chavy might have to tuck in behind there, but one rare mistake. And you don't see that very often there from Matty. Almost gave up the lead.
Let's go back and take another look at that one because that is a rare thing indeed. So this is where it was. Vanderkraan just not getting the drive he needed out of the final corner onto Conrod Straight.
It's a little bit before we make it like live pictures again because now Chavy's going to have the inside into Hell's Corner, mate. And will he have it stick on the inside? He will. He'll actually force Matty wide, perfectly legal.
All the way out.
And now it's a drag strip up, mate. Now it's a drag up here. And, of course, it's going to be sweeping to your right. We all know Bathurst. And there's a lap machine in play as well.
Todd Martin just up ahead. Todd Martin just up ahead. Very good move from Martin. Lets these guys through because he can see they're on pace. Vanderkraan back in front.
This is brilliant. This is what I love to see. This is Bathurst. Here we go. Stick your nose out there, mate. But he's going to just try to force Matty into a mistake. And that's the thing. You don't see Matty into a mistake. Matty's made another little mistake there at the moment, but nowhere to go. Look at the rear end wiggling there for the Angry Birds racing car. He's struggling right now. I don't know what it is. And Matty doesn't struggle very often. He is with that car all over the track right now. He's getting dangerously close to those fences, and that rear end of that car is slipping and sliding all over the place. It's doing Ford things, as we'd expect. But then again, Travis got a Ford too, so hey, same machinery.
The question here is this going to be enough for Varga to start to catch up? And right now, despite all the battling going on, Varga's still a few tenths off the pace of these front three. So he's got some space to himself back there in P4. You can just see him off the back of our shots every now and then, but not quite. Oh, Vanderkraan, huge wiggle.
Yeah, he's been making errors out of the elbow. Like, I mean, the replay you showed before, there was a lock-up, a little bit of a lock-up about a turn or two before, which compromised
just a little overheated at the moment.
Maybe he has cooked them. Maybe
soft and wiggly.
He has. Yeah.
So he's going to have to do some work to hang on to them for the next little while because these guys, being the two Travs being right on his tail, if their tyres are in primo condition, he's not going to be able to hold them off for very long.
He may want to think about boxing and just getting that pit stop over and done with. But then again, you want to be looking at your spotter going, where are you going to come back out? Because, you know, difficult is overtaking around here. Because if you come back out, he's not going to have any blue flags waving and stuff like that. He's going to have to get the OT done on track. And if that's going to compromise his speed, if he wants to put banker laps in for pit stop strategies later, that's going to be something that your spotter needs to work out an exit strategy here.
Absolutely right. And right now, Vanderkraan is managing to hold this together. Those tyres maybe just starting to come back into tempo a little bit for him. But geez, that was a close thing.
If you cook them, mate, it's like a budding snag with the onions on top. It's fried.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
We can't have that, can we?
You're right. So that's the situation. Top three continue your pitches. So they've been battling out tooth and nail since the start of this race. So Travie Daly, Travie Hunt, and Matty, our championship leader. Then you got a little bit further down to Vargsy, who's going to be putting those banker laps in. You'd expect now in clean air. He's down the road from his Gladiators by about 1.9.
Stephen Varga's last lap a second quicker than the front three.
Oh, there we go. So Scotty Porenz goes in the Quantum Racing team. So a few drivers coming into pit road. We've had about half a dozen, mate, at the moment. Go down there and get some early pit stops, repairs.
Scotty Perrin's getting his done.
It could be some little tank slappers who gets a fence to in the mountain, mate, and they want to get some repairs done too. We're not 100% sure because we don't have time to look at it all because of the fact that
there's a lot going on.
Entertained.
Everyone's starting to get a bit spread out. Have a look at the gap between Di Matteo and Granshaw right now. Neither of those drivers have actually had a pit stop, but there's a full, 9-10 seconds between Di Matteo and Granshaw. So that's
going to run right up. Oh, he just... I think,
James Hardy's had a crash. We'll go back and take a look at that in a moment. Hardy's had an incident.
Yeah, James Hardy has gone around here. I sort of see whether or not it's going to... You have to keep your eyes peeled on this one because he's definitely going to do a run here. He may send the switch over and done one there, Hell's Corner, of course. It's this is the final corner, but go to Hell's Corner, turn one. this could be the over and under because it's all about the crucial exit there. He's trying to throw Matty off his racing line to get the good exit speed and then try to send one up. And see, there Matty did struggle a little bit. Right,
let's take a look. This is James Hardy. Oh, in the cutting. Oh, tell me he hasn't gone sideways here. Oh, there it is. And again, just overpowering those rear tyres. The track conditions today seem to be lending themselves to this a bit, don't they? How's that for a turnaround, though? Into the into the little safety bay.
He's got the old guy out of the Up movie on there.
Granny Spec Racing, gotta love it.
Yeah.
Unfortunate for James Hardy, but no safety car yet, which is good to see. As the battle continues, Matt Vanderkraan and Trav Hunt continue on the way up the hill. Trav Hunt just sitting in behind.
Come on, Travis, get in there, son. I mean, I'm not going to take it away from Matty, but let's spice up the championship a little bit because Vargas in P4, meaning Matty not leading this one for a little bit.
Fastest lap, 2:04.3.
He's been quick.
He is absolutely a lightning bolt around Mount Panorama. Varga was 2 seconds behind these guys, now back to 1.4. So, starting to close it up.
He is closing up. You can just see him in the pictures as well too. That's going to be good.
Oh, look at that slide.
Matty's struggling in the rear end of that one. They will compromise about 10 kilometres an hour. You remember Conrad Straight is long. So it's, you're going to drop about 10k, at least get a bad exit out of the elbow. That's what I keep telling you. Like, as I said, you commentate 8 hours of Bathurst a couple of years in a row on iRacing, you realise as a non-racing driver where the mistakes are made.
Absolutely, and have a look at that. Hunt all over the rear end. Having to back it off to not take Van
Box,
Brown.
box,
there we
box.
Go. Hunt's going in. That's a good call. He's been stuck
behind
so's
Van der Kraan
for a little while. Yep, Varga's going in. I reckon that's a pretty good call because Hunt has been stuck behind Van der Kraan.
It takes us the fence on the exit out of the second turn of the pit road as well.
That'll happen. That'll happen.
And Chap Vergar goes in as well. So there's 3 drivers in the top 10 in pit road and getting those mandatory pit stops over and done with. 17 to 50.
That's Trav Hunt coming into the lane. Now what happens? Does he just get a little bit aggressive?
His tank slaps the right-hand side of the wall. Oh no, close enough. It looked like it's my angle, but
just lights him up a little bit. Thankfully, no damage done.
Come on, mate. Trav's mate. What are you doing?
Have a look at this now, though.
The hit by kangaroo on the front end.
Yeah. The race standings right now. Van der Kraan, 1.2 seconds back. Daly, 23 seconds back. Rick Figure. This has broken the pack up massively.
It has, but remember, Matty's got to go pit road at some point as well.
Oh, it's going to have to happen. Absolutely.
Yeah. He's kind of like, what would you say, flogging a dead horse at the moment, but those tyres are cooked. Yeah, those tyres are cooked, mate. He is flogging a dead horse. Oh, that's Vergar, sorry.
For P3, Rick Vergar and Gary Buckland.
Yeah. So Rick Vergar struggling. Look at the rear end, mate. They're cooked.
Yeah, it's sliding around all over the shop. Now, a reminder to everyone at home, these are fixed setups, so it's nothing that these guys are doing in terms of suspension settings that's doing this for the Angry Birds Racing.
The way you drive
It's absolutely the way you drive it. A bit of brake bias coming into it as well, perhaps. Just individual driver preferences on how they do approach the corners in these cars.
That's how Nico Rosberg and Lewis used to try to have an edge on Lewis Hamilton by adjusting the brake bias during the race, actually, a lot. By corner, actually. If you mentioned
that was Gary Buckland.
Yep, there you go. Bucky.
Closing
Matty's in, Travis in too from P1, P2.
There we go. So they're into the pits. Now, does Buckland make a move here? He's actually backed it off. He's backed it off. He had it right up behind Vigar there. And he's decided to just back it off.
Now, I want to keep an eye on this one, mate. Where is Travie going to be when Matty comes out of pit road? Because Travis Hunt was right on his tailpipe by milliseconds.
Let's take a look. Here comes Travis Hunt.
Yep, he's coming down the Conrod Straight. Matty's still on pit road. Remember, it's going to cost him about a minute and change overall in pit stop. So they do about 34 seconds, 35 seconds in pit lane stationary. Where is Travie?
100 metres back right now.
And Travie's coming in the final corner right now, okay? Now, Matty's still stationary. in the pit road. He's not moving yet, still stationary. Travis coming around the final corner now. He'll be going down there, a big smile on his face. Matty still hasn't exited. Now they're coming out. Will they meet him here?
Daly on the exit. He's not going to have the pace, though. Can Hunt reel him in? There's
Hunt got him.
Crying in the background. Yep.
Travis Daly has taken him, and then Travis Hunt. And what's happened to Matty's lost those 2 places. Matty's lost those 2 places, but he's taken more time at pit road. He's taken 37 seconds. He's taken 2 to 3 seconds more than the other drivers. He's taken on more gas. What's he done for strategy later on?
Have to think so, wouldn't you? Let's see if we can get a bit of a view of that pit strategy.
But you've given up track position, which you know is difficult around here to get an OT done.
So there you go. There's the pit stop times. Hunt 34 seconds. McKnight 37 seconds when he went through.
Yep.
Interesting.
37.6 for Matty. And Barksy took a long pit stop, mate. Barksy took a 43-second stationary pit stop.
So this is all about fuel management at this point.
And he's behind Matty at the moment. P5 and P4, P6 and P5. So that's going to be interesting.
The other thing to think about, as we note, Simon Haynes out in front by 25 seconds right now, enjoying being one of the last drivers to not do his pit stop just yet. But I'm sure he'll be thinking about, there he goes, into the pit lane as we speak. But I'm wondering if how much of Vanderkran's longer stop there was to do with fuel and how much was tyres. You know, he spent a good, 3 seconds longer in the pit.
Well, wouldn't it change extra tyres on that one, mate? Like, you know, left the right tyres. It would have been gas for sure, because
you'd have to
unless he made a mistake in his box.
Yeah, look, only a few seconds difference. It's a fuel load change. So these guys just playing around with the fuel loads, maybe counting on that random safety car later on.
My mum always said don't play for fuel. I mean food.
Same, honestly. You know. Take a look a little further down the track here.
You know how much gas prices are?
Yeah, Peter Sattler right now into turn 1. And Peter Sattler is taking a look at Damon Fisher just ahead and thinking, when can I make it past?
And Matty also coming out of the pit road with the fresh tank of gas. He's just set the fastest sectors as well, too. He is flying. And he is not too far from Jamie McKnight as well, to up the road.
Down in front, the 2 Travs going at it. Trav Hunt all over the back end of Daly as we come up and over the mountain once again. Lap 19 of 50. We're not even halfway through, and already this race delivering in spades.
We've got 32 to go, mate. So
still a long way. The lap times. Look, the lap times starting to drop away a little bit as people settle in, start thinking about fuel strategies. But we talk about lap times dropping away.
Oh, Simon Hayes made a mistake somewhere at the track too, mate. He's dropping down front of the racing team.
I wonder if that's on cold tyres coming out of the pits there. Let's take a look. Oh no, has he just pushed too hard on the cold tyres? And he's gone into the wall. That's a big hit. Can he get it moving again? Can. So he hasn't destroyed the engine. That's a good sign, but he's going to be back in the pits almost immediately after coming out. So not what he would have been hoping for there, I'm sure. Here we go. Hunt continues the pressure. See if these guys get a clean final turn. Just watch for the wiggles on the way out. Not the big red car.
Oh, I was about to say that.
Not the big red car. I've got to get in before you do, mate. I know where you're heading.
Away from me.
I know. I take all your fun, don't I?
Hey, you're the one with kids, mate. You've been listening to that all
This
the
is
time.
true. This is true. Now, Chad Viggar makes it through on Damon Fisher. So he inserts himself in the middle of that battle from earlier. What's he looking to do on the way through here? Is he going to take Fisher with him? Sean Vandermeulen as well in the background is just ever so slowly reeling them in. This one right here is the battle for 6th at the moment. So Peter Sattler out in front. But, the driver's
it's a sand at the moment. Oh, Matty's just got past Jamie. Matty just got past
Through the
Jamie.
cutting.
Yes,
Through the
that
cutting.
was a move of moves, mate. I don't know if you get a replay of that one, but
Let's go back.
he
and
sliced
take a
and
look.
diced with it. It didn't look like it was much of a fight, but have a look at this.
Oh, big dive under brakes.
I actually realised that Jamie made a little bit of mistake, went wide, and I tell you what, you don't do that when Matty's around, mate.
Huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job
Take
on the
no
replays
prisoners,
there,
and
mate. I'm loving
Vanderkrant
this.
out in front. That was a massive pass from Vanderkrant. He didn't want to get held up there at all. He wants his number one spot back. And look at him starting to open it up.
Yeah,
as he
some
comes down
fastest
the
laps
hill.
too, mate. So now he's got a little bit of clean air. He can get on with it. And he certainly will. I mean, he's not too far from Travis at the rope, actually. 2 seconds to change, but trust me, it'll be about 1.5 by the time we get to lap 29. It's about 31 to go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in, of course. Give us a thumbs up. I know there's at least 5 thumbs up out there, and please hit a follow. We're 101. Let's crack a couple more after Bathurst, mate. Bathurst deserves it. These drivers deserve it. This is the last race of the season. They've been working so hard for this, and tell you what, it'd be really nice to watch this one back knowing, hey, you know, we've got some fans out there, some popularity. So it would be much, much appreciated.
So here we go. The battle for 6. Peter Sattler with Chad Vigor and Damon Fisher in his rearview mirror. He's holding them off fairly comfortably for the moment, but they've just been ever so slowly reeling him in corner by corner. Sattler, of course, completing his pit stop on lap 13. Vigor behind on lap 16. And Damon Fisher on lap 12. So Sattler and Fisher probably on similarly aged tyres. Chad Vigor just a little bit fresher, maybe a little bit of extra pace, and he's showing it there as he closes the gap by another 10th coming out of turn 1. So up we go again.
Yeah, gonna get the OT done. And he has.
And there he goes. Sattler moves over and lets him through.
Tell you what, Angry Birds Racing on the team itself on the move. You got the old Matty
Sattler
getting the
didn't
job
want to
done,
hold
and
him
now
up.
you got Chad.
Yeah, Sattler saw his teammate coming there, doesn't want to hold him up. He's obviously slower, although not by much. But that gives Chad Vigor the clean line and relieves a bit of pressure. The Sattler now just playing interference with Damon Fisher in P8, just behind this group. Further up the field, though, take a look at who is lurking in the background here. Matt
I know
Vanderkrant.
that. I know that. Yeah, it's
Matt
right
Vanderkrant.
That's right on board, mate. With Matty, well, even Jamie McKnight's on his tailpipe too, mate. That's going to be one to keep your eyes peeled on.
Absolutely is.
I'll tell you what.
Have
So
a
a little bit of a
look
race
at
recap if you
pace
just tuned
there.
in at the moment. Travis are leading this one 1 and 2. Matty was leading it. After pit stop, he's elected to take a little bit more time in the pit stops. He was about 3 seconds slower in the pit stops. That's because we don't know. However, he's conceded his racing lead position. Now the other two Travis are running P2 and P3 in this race are leading in the race. But then again, Matty is now in that P3 position, now hunting them down. Jamie McKnight's on his tailpipe in P4. Bugsy, second man in the championship, who needs crucial points to be ahead of Matty in this championship by a few positions. We'll calculate those numbers as we get deeper into this race. He currently is
off the
in
rear bar there, though.
P5.
McKnight's not wanting to give this one up to Vanderkrant.
You're going to see should see a little burst of flames coming out of the exhaust pipes when they're downshift as well.
It's a great shot. It's a great shot. See if we can...
Should see it. We
select
do
that.
see it in the NASCARs. There it is.
There it is.
Yep, there's the gear changes.
A little bit of blue flame on the downshift.
Yeah, keep an eye on Travie Hunt now. He's got a bit of a run right on the tailpipe if you want to go on the nose there. Travie Hunt on the back of Travie Daly, and he's going to be looking pretty spicy and dicey. He's about 3/10 currently at the moment. He climbs up the mountain. If you can get, as I said, to about 2/10 to 1.5 by Forest Elbow, he'll have a run down Quad Road.
Big ask, though. Big ask.
Maximum risks, maximum rewards, my friend, when it comes to Bathurst.
Yeah, but the margin fair around Bathurst, we see just a little bit of a jump sideways from Trav Daly under brakes. At rear end getting very light. Oh,
And
almost
the cut just
airborne
drops,
through
mate.
there.
It's gravity at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I reckon if you go back and slow that down, you'd actually see
Yep.
you'd actually
Two
see a
wheels off
gap
the
between
track.
the tyres, the rear tyres and the track. And it must feel just bloody awful.
He's 7/10 on the exit of Elbow, which means got no hope in hell, and no Forest Elbow. Getting that one done. It's no Forest Elbow. Peter Sattler still close to Chat Vigar, and you got Jamie McKnight still close to Matty. You can see it on the timing ticker at the moment there. Of course, if it goes down to orange, everybody, that means
just
that
closes
you are
up
within half a second.
so quickly under brakes there, Conrad.
Yeah, that's what you can do. You can also brake check a little bit here. So a little bit of cheekiness that happens here in Bathurst, where you can
throw them off
brake a lot earlier than where you should be braking because you want to throw their exit speed off. Because
Hunt's going to make the move here. He's
Come on,
closed
Travi.
that gap right up. Here
Oh,
he goes.
that's the late
Sends it.
breakers!
Sends it into turn one. Pushes Daly very wide out onto the grass.
Side by
He's going to have
side.
to give that spot up.
Yeah, there's a bit of a blinking to indicate that, mate. It was a little bit late, last minute. Dollar short on that one, but I don't think that's going to
Side
go.
by side.
There are no team orders here. There are no rules between these two drivers. It's game on.
Daly drops
Travi-
him behind. He just doesn't
Yeah,
have
Travi
the
Hunt didn't
pace.
yield it, mate. He did not yield it.
That's interesting. That's interesting. We'll keep an
And
eye
he
on
didn't need
race
to. I think
control.
that was fair. I think that was fair fighting.
Oh, mate, it was an interesting pass. I'll give him that.
You've got to force somebody off the track a little bit in Hell's Corner if you do send that late dive. I mean, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, look, that's fair.
Disagree with us
That's
out there in
fair.
chat if you need to, please, because, I mean, it's everybody's opinion.
Let's go back and just have a look
I'm
at that
just a
pass again,
commentator.
because I want to see just how wide he did actually push him. So this is that's the pass. Sorry, on the
No, he did.
on the main
It's in
straight.
Hell's
This
Corner.
this is back.
Yeah.
Where do we want to have a look? Here.
So he runs
Pushes
him wide,
very wide. Little bit of contact. He
Yeah.
pushes him very wide.
but then he goes left to allow space for him to come back on the track. So he didn't completely shut the door, which makes me feel that he wants to race. So to me, that's fair game.
Yeah, perhaps.
That's allowed in V8 Supercars, so it should be allowed in this league.
Yeah, look, you won't find me arguing. Look at these guys. They're not... what's going on? Daly's just not sitting in the slipstream here. Hunt's pulling away almost.
It's probably a race control mad, beep, beep, but anyway. Actually, they don't do that in this league, actually, fantastically. They're pretty...
No, these
pretty
guys, they fight hard, but they are very, very professional about the whole thing. They really are. As we take a look at the moves and shakes since the start of the race, Van der Kran's dropped from pole back to third. Trav Hunt, Trav Daly both moving up a spot. Just a few moves up and down around the place, but not anything massive. Now, what's happened to Sean Van der Meulen? What's happened to Van der Meulen? He's had a connection issue and dropped out.
Oh, no.
That's
I hate to see
unfortunate.
that.
That's unfortunate.
Drivers put so much effort and all that sort of stuff, and then trust me, I've been through that computer issues recently. I told you I was frantically rushing to get in here, mate, and you don't want to do that.
No, you don't. That's a shame. Van der Meulen dropping back through the order as people slowly catch up to where he was last seen on track before disappearing into the ether.
Yeah, Sean, if you don't get back into the session, mate, you're disconnected or whatever, please come and join us and they kind of jump up into one of the rooms and we'll drag you in for a chin wagon because it's just unfortunate, mate. We'd like to hear from you anyway and have the race you've had and the season you've had.
We've got a couple of good battles going on here. This is Chad Vigar and Peter Sattler still going at it. Stephen Varga a little way up the road from these two, but the battle for sixth raging on here. And we've just seen Damon Fisher's had an accident. Damon Fisher's had an accident. These guys are going to come up on it very, very quickly. Can he get moving again?
Baby shock. Oh no.
Oh, don't. Oh, don't.
I did do it. Sorry,
No,
Damon.
Let it go. Let it go. Let's go back and take a look. See what's happened here. In the cutting, Damon Fisher. He's overcooked it. We've seen it again. That exit.
The exit.
That's a big hit.
Ooh.
Big hit.
He baby shocked it.
Can he get it moving again? That's the question.
No, he can't, mate. He parks it because it's damaged big time there. He can't even do a 360 there as well too because he's not sure about the steering angle. Steering's been out of
Safety
alignment.
cars coming out. Safety cars coming out.
Oh, that would be absolutely crucial. And that's Matty's gone in. Matty's gone in. Jamie McKnight's gone in. Steve Varg's gone in.
Yep. The safety car's been called.
Travis, the
They
boat
are
for Travis
on their
stayed
way in.
out. Actually, sorry, Travis Daly went. So Travis Hunt went out, but I think Travis Hunt couldn't go in because by that time the safety car was deployed, he'd already passed the point. So Travis has been left alone here and hasn't got the opportunity. That's Travis Hunt to take the pit road opportunity. And
The news for him though is that depending on where the safety car is, and let's just see
yeah,
if we
that's
can,
right.
track it
Where
down.
is the safety car? Because he's still flying and track at the moment.
He is, but he can probably make a stop at the end of this lap and get away with this.
He might
So
actually. 'Cause he's got a big
McKnight,
44-second
Vanderkruijs,
gap.
Daly just exiting pits now. That might be just enough that he can sneak in a pit stop.
Yeah, let's have a look at the gap. Still is 44.
Bartine is just waiting at the moment for him to come
He
around.
can't,
So
he can't move, can he? So yeah,
Bartine will
Travis
have
Hunt's
to
still
sit there.
gas. If you pull up
He'll
track
be able
map
to
too,
make a
mate,
stop
you
here.
could probably have a look at where they are on there. If you could throw that little graphic up there, gives us a little
no
indication.
track map available.
Okay,
no track
that's
map
all right.
available. But
Yeah.
let's keep an eye on this. Trav Hunt's got a 44-second gap back to Jay McKnight. You'd have to think he's going to come in and pit here. He'd be crazy.
You
not
have to, mate. Yeah, it's a cheap pit stop, and if he has a gap of 46 seconds under a safety car, that should be enough to be in and out, like an in and out burger. That you're not going to have here at Bathurst, unfortunately.
He's still going to drop some spots though. Like most of the pit lane times hovering somewhere around the high 50-second, even dipping into the 1 minute mark. So
Yeah.
Here
Here
he's
he
got to
goes.
take
He
his
comes in.
chances. He can't.
Now
not
keep an
do
eye on
this.
Jamie. Where's Jamie in the track map? Jamie is down Conrod Street
2.5 Ks back.
now.
But he's on his
Yeah.
way. He's on his way.
Jamie's exiting the elbow. That's going
There
to
we
be
go.
close. That'll
Jay
be
McKnight on his
close.
way. Let's see
I
how
think
we
Travis
go.
might have this. I think Travis might have it.
It's going to be
Charity can
really
also
tight.
elect to short fuel, mate. So he can go,
Absolutely can.
where are they? And then just come out earlier.
Now, the interesting thing is, we are not at lap 30 yet. So there is still potentially a random safety car beyond lap 30. Who knows when that's coming?
Okay, so Jamie's coming down out of the chase. He's coming down the final corner now. And Travis Hunt's still in pit road.
Pit box.
He needs to exit now. Travis needs to exit now.
Look,
If he
I
exits now,
think-
he's not going to do it. Oh, he's exiting
No.
now. He's exiting. Jamie's
Okay,
coming
so
out final corner.
Oh, he's going to slot in behind McKnight. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
Can he get out behind? Can he get out ahead of Vanderkruijs? He can comfortably.
There we have it.
All right, so the safety car will re-establish this order a little bit.
Driven
As,
by
Scotty Bartine.
Yeah, Scotty
of
Bartine.
course.
Everything's simulated racing with Scotty.
So the safety
Scotty's
car
fine.
out on track.
Scotty, stop flashing your lights, mate. Scotty, you get a 10-second penalty, mate, if you do that too much.
That's the pit limiter. That's the
No,
pit limiter,
the
that's all
flashing
that
your
is.
lights excessively will get you a penalty.
Yeah, but that's just
not,
that's not flashing lights. That's the pit limiter, mate. He's fine. He's fine. Hey, just quietly, some interesting news coming. I hear little birdies whispering to me about a safety car sponsor for next season.
Oh, I like that.
So keep your eyes
That'd be-
peeled. You're going to have to join us again in a few weeks' time for the race opener of season 3 to see
Maybe
what
I'll
that
be the
looks
safety
like.
car sponsor. I'll throw some coin in there and I'll just put my face on the front of the car. and
I
just
will.
put
I
up
will
with me.
pay more just so we don't have to look at you, Biggles.
Oh, right.
It's nothing against you. It's just I worry the power's going to go to your head if they see you out on track all the
Oh,
time.
they
mate.
certainly will, mate. I'll big Holden's flash on the front of it too. But yeah. All right. So, you want to give us a
David
recap
Fisher.
as what's happened in our craziest 25 laps for the race car?
Well, look, it's been a hell of a lot happening, but to summarise it, virtually no movement in the overall standings. Like if we take a look right now at the gains and losses, no one's up a significant number, with the exception, I'll point out, of Michael Hayes, who finds himself up 7 positions off the start. But for the top 10, it's just been trading places here and there. Gary Buckland and Daniel Sheriffs have traded along the way. Varga's up a spot, Vigar's down a couple, Vanderkruijs down a couple, Daly's down 1. Trav Hunt finds himself back in his starting position, P2. Jay McKnight, though, right now up 4. So he's in a really good position at the moment.
Let me
And
do this for a
he's
second,
doing
mate.
some
Let me
good
do
times.
my TED Krabbies, and I'm going to
Yeah.
jump down there and I'm going to chat
All right.
to some of the drivers, right? And whilst we're on the pace car, I'll see if anybody wants a quick chat with us. So that'd be all right.
Yeah, I'll let you go and
Yeah,
track
let
down,
me
see
sort
if you've
that,
got any drivers that
and
want to
then-
join us.
All right.
Meanwhile, what I'll do for our folks at home, I'll take you back to the reason for our safety car here. This is the incident with Damon Fisher coming into the cutting. And he has just overcooked this one on the exit. Bang into the wall. And just too much damage to that car. It does look like he's waiting to turn around, but the damage to the front of that car just too much, and he couldn't actually get it going again. And that's why we find ourselves under safety car conditions right now. As we come down Conrod Straight at probably the slowest pace you can imagine in a V8 supercar. But this is going to give the drivers plenty of time to think about their strategy from here on. We're just past the halfway point of this race. And still a whole lot to play for. Jay McKnight leading at the moment. But Matt Vanderkraan, the story here, Matt Vanderkraan currently sitting in 3rd, Stephen Varga in 5th. As we are joined in the
Yep, I
commentary
grabbed
booth
Hazy, mate. I've
by
got
Hazy himself. How are you, mate?
Yep.
Yeah, good. I panicked about coming into the race, into the broadcast, and almost crashed into another car.
Oh, look, we were just talking about you being up 7 spots, so we don't want that. That's that's not what we want to hear at all. But mate, you're sitting in a pretty prime spot considering your start. It's not a bad way to go, is it?
No, not too bad at all. My race pace is never that great, but overall, I'm normally pretty clean and consistent, so it normally helps in the race.
Yeah, can't argue. So, how's it been going for you so far? How are you feeling about where you
We have to
find
let
your
everybody know
position
who
halfway
Hazy
through?
is out there in the chat if you're joining for the first time, because there's no Hazy in there.
Look, that's
in-
true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, introduce yourself to us, Hazy.
Yeah, I'm Hazy.
Yeah, so Michael Hayes, I've been with the boys since they came across. They used to race in a league that I host on a Saturday, and when they set up ASR, they invited a few of us across, so it's been good. 2 seasons so far, and yeah, been lots of fun.
Yeah,
Hazy,
nice one.
Hazy, and of course we're talking about Michael Hayes for the Pace Syndicate number
Got him on screen right now.
187
Car number
machine.
187
Yeah,
from
hold
Nova
it, mate. That's good. It
Sports.
won't blow up. You'll be good. Pit stop strategies and all that. I mean, you're already 24 laps to go on this one, about halfway through. Do you think you'll be looking at another pit stop? Or
I think I do need a little bit more fuel. I put a full tank of fuel in on my first stop at, I think it was 16 laps. And then I took a little bit more at the start of the safety car, just to get a sort of a free stop. But I think I've got a little splash at the end that I need, depending on how much I can save over the next couple of laps. So currently she's in top gear, and I'm saving as much as I can.
I got some moonshine I tucked in the back there, mate. You can throw that in if you need to, all right? Just don't tell anybody.
Nice.
All right, hey, Jared, any questions for Hazy? Because we're going back into the rest of the...
No, look,
Hornet's Nest.
I imagine we're probably about to get underway again,
Yep.
so we'll let you concentrate up and over Skyline as you make your way around. But mate, best of luck for the rest of the race, and we might touch base a little later on. We'll see if that random safety car rears its head, eh?
Perfect. Thanks, mate.
Good luck, mate.
Good stuff. Michael Hayes joining us from the 187 car, Nova Sim Sports, and we see him there. Currently sitting in P16.
Yeah, good on him. I like that. Yeah, I like dragging drivers up here, mate, during cautions and stuff like that. You know, one let it get out there, have a bit of a chin waggle with it. It's always fun. Reese out there
not?
says, "Bring it home, Travie." Daily,
Trav
that is.
Daly, currently
Yeah.
in P4. Look, he's certainly got the pace. Safety car's going to give him an opportunity to just put a bit of pressure on the top 2, top 3. But Vanderkraan's going to be the one to watch here. Stephen Varga,
But then again,
just a couple
still,
spots
you
behind
know,
too.
if you win Bathurst, doesn't mean you win the championship. You still won Bathurst. That's got like one trophy cabinet.
Well, yeah, it's not all about the championship overall, is that I'd love to win Bathurst, and especially up against drivers with the skill set that we've got here in this league. These guys are ridiculously
aliens,
fast.
mate. I think it's a setting you put in iRacing. Does he want to race aliens? You race these guys.
100%.
ASR.
100%. And look, I'll call out. We were talking Bathurst early in the season. Actually, it was one of the first tracks that I decided to jump into a V8 supercar and have a crack at getting around.
How'd you go,
keep in mind, these guys are lapping what 204s, 205s. I put
car's peeled in. Yep,
it has. So just before we get back underway, Jamie McKnight controlling the field, I put in about 30 laps. I managed to complete 2 without incident, and my best was a 220. 15 seconds slower than this entire field.
All right. Yeah, but you're doing broadcasting things at the same time, so right. Yeah.
Not so
you're
much.
busy, right?
Not so much.
You were. Don't tell me.
Jay McKnight gets a jump, so opens up the space to Trav Hunt. Vanderkran just behind there. Oh, Vandermeulen joins us in the chat. Mate, disappointing for you. I don't know if you're going to be rejoining the race tonight or not, but
Sean, yeah, mate.
That's not what we like to see.
Hey, Sean, if you got a second, come into the green room a little bit later and we'll have a bit of a chat with you, mate. We'll get a chance for sure. We'd love to hear from you. You're not out of this race completely. You're not out of the chat, well, at least the league, mate. You know, you're still a part of the community. So one thing didn't work out, trust me. But at the moment, Jamie McKnight is the man in the lead.
Keep an eye here on Stephen Varga. He is all over the back of Trav Daly, and he's looking to get up there and put some pressure on Vanderkran. Make our way up the hill through the cutting once again. And we've seen a couple of incidents here.
Jason gets past Rick Vergara too, mate, a little bit further back there at P11, makes an overtake done early up through the cutting. That's not bad. We've seen a few overtakes there. So job's done.
Happening all over the place. These guys got to remember, most of the field has just pitted. Just as the safety car came out. So these guys are on very fresh and probably reasonably cool tyres still. There's real potential for incident here if they're not careful.
You're on Peter Sattler, mate. He's on Kumo tyres, so it looks like Chad Vergarlock's up a little bit ahead of him too. So Kumo tyres, Bridgestones, Oklahomas. I don't know what tyres you're going to be running this evening, but anyway.
I mean, the Falcons judging by the advertising on the roadside, but
yeah, but
that
doesn't. Yeah, well, God, that's good luck for that one. Yeah, it's certainly Peter. I think Peter's got some pace here, mate. So you want to keep your eyes peeled on that 56 machine, and that's in P7 in the background there
as it comes past. Tell you what, I don't mind that livery. It's a bit of a change from the usual Angry Birds white and green. He won't be pushing too hard because, of course, Chad Viggar is one of his teammates. Both of these guys have quite a bit of pace, so they'll be taking it easy. Scotty Perrins has gone off track in the background. So he's back on now. Reg James has gone off track as well. So a few issues further back in the field. We'll go and take a look at that in just a second. But up front, here we go. Trav Daly, Stephen Vargas still going at it. Jamie McKnight leading out and maintaining his gap to Travis Hunt. I'm not going to say comfortably, but reasonably comfortably.
A few more drivers going to the pit road as well too. Reg James had a little bit of an off-track moment there.
The hits, so you've got to wonder. Let's go back and take a look at his off-track as he copped some damage here.
Oh, this
so
contact.
That's there he is, and just a bit of a hit to the front right. It's a real shame because it's a pretty looking car when it's got its front bar on.
That's a big toe too.
That's yeah, not what he would have wanted. So a bit of repair work to be done there.
Johnny says, "Okay, next time, fellas." So, well, thank you very much, Sean, and I hope we'll be chatting to you in the next season, because we'd love to see you out there in the next gens. Yeah,
okay, we will. And worth calling out, of course, all the drivers from this season will have right of entry for season 3 if they
I hope so,
desire.
mate, because they've earned it.
Oh, mate, they absolutely have. You know, from
Whoa,
front to
switcheroo,
back.
Gary Buckler and Chad Vergara. They're still side by side. What's happening to Chad? Chad's had to lift off big time here. He's stuck against the fence here. He's on the racing line. He can't get the speed, mate, and you're down the hill. He's hugging the fence like your favourite grandma.
Damage.
Oh, no.
Let's go
what's
back and
happening
have a
on
look
that
at this.
It's got to be before this, mate. It's got to be before. You might have to
before that.
rewind it a little bit, and I don't know.
Have to.
But yeah. I don't. The old rewinds. We can do it backwards. We go.
We absolutely can. Let's see what's happened there. That's not what you want at all. He's lost that front bar. Making his way down. Look at the front of that car. Big damage. We'll see if we can find just what's happened there.
Yeah, he's already. He lost it somewhere probably around the caddying, I would say, but I'm not for sure. You'd have to rewind a little bit from the incident, but it's not looking good.
Yeah, look, let's go back here.
And he was quick
see
too,
if
mate.
we can pick this up.
He's locked up, and I'd say his tank slapped it.
No, it'll be a little further up. So far, so good. That car's bouncing around all over the place, as you'd expect as you come up to Scott. And it's not exactly a smooth piece of track, is it?
No, yeah, there. He's bounced up. He's just a fence a little bit there. Yeah, it's all right. It's all good.
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Big sideways movement. Yep, into the Coates Hire signage. He's had to take the exit road, the shortcut there.
I'll tell you what, hats off to you, mate, because Chad kept his car off the racing line to make sure he wasn't destroying anybody else's race. So that's
he's done well, absolutely.
Hats off to you, mate.
Done a fantastic job of keeping that out of the way.
And he drove it home too, I think, to pit road. So that's not bad, that damage. He got a tow, but that was a long way, remember. Bathurst is no short track.
No, absolutely not. Sean van der Meulen is absolutely back next season, which is great to hear, mate. Looking forward to seeing
good on you, mate.
Improving on the results as we get into the Gen 3s. And look, all these drivers will be starting from the same baseline because with a new car comes a whole new car model, whole new set of handling.
Sean, you get out there and practice right now, mate. You know, you got a couple of hours extra on everybody. Oh, when this available.
He's a little early. Got about, 3 weeks to go, I think, before the Gen 3s
Daniel Saris on Garrett Gaza, and that's a good battle for P6 and P7, so chase their way down in the Conrod Straight. Yep, into the chase.
Buckland and Sheriffs. Teammates coming down Conrod
Straight.
They are indeed, absolutely.
It's like saying it's Lando Norris and Oscar teammates, mate.
Technically speaking.
Who's number one? Who's number two in that party, mate? It's an Aussie versus a Brit. Come on, who are you backing?
Oh, that's a bit cool. I'm staying out of that one. I'm taking your approach.
Hey, mate, I'm gonna rip up your passport and say you're not Australian anymore if you're gonna go.
Joke's on you.
Lando.
No passports here. A little
you
bit
never
further back.
Overseas? That's it.
Oh,
you're never getting a passport then.
Oh, well, there you go. Hey, let's take a look up front. Jamie McKnight.
Sean, you better travel
under pressure.
Mate. Sean, are you an Oscar fan or are you a Lando?
Now, we know
fan?
Sean's been overseas because, remember, it was just a
overtake there. James Hardy, and keep it on that one peel there. Simon Haynes. So Simon just spoke to us before, mate, and he's going for gold there, Scotty. But Scotty's just got past
Michael
him.
Hayes that joined us earlier. So
Michael, sorry.
Yeah. That's not great news. Sean van der Meulen, knee replacement on December 10th, the day the Gen 3 comes out. So he'll be out for about 6 weeks. Have you considered driving one-footed, mate? I reckon you can do it. Go on, have a crack.
Very sure I can do it, mate. Yeah.
Have a look at the just a couple of these shots. You can see some of the debris starting to build up as we're here on lap 31. Big rear left lock-up as the weight transfers.
Showing off your graphics card now. I can show.
Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on
the 4090 cards is at its best. Yeah, all right, I see. Okay. It's good, mate. Good broadcasting. And thank you very much for the shout out there too.
We'll do what we can.
Trust me, guys. Jared works his buttocks behind the scenes here. I know you drivers put a lot of effort into driving. Jared puts a lot of effort into broadcasting as well too, just as much as the hours that he spends. That's all. Jared.
I don't know. These guys put a lot of practice time in, mate. I'm just trying to deliver them the same amount of dedication that they give to their craft.
And that you're doing.
See Jamie McKnight rounding and in the lead still as we enter into lap 32. Now we are in random safety car territory. Last 20 laps of the race. At some point,
safety cars.
Well, we know that it's a condition for tonight. There's a possibility of a random safety car in this last 20 laps. So these guys.
It's like a possibility of me winning the race. Yeah.
Well, hey,
But
I'm just reporting on the conditions given to us by race control.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
can't
sir.
ask for
Yes,
more
sir.
than that.
It's also a possibility of Travi Knight getting past Travi Hunt, getting past Jamie McKnight. Sorry, you're not Travi
Closing
McKnight.
up here.
You're Travi Hunt.
I mean, they're so close, you may as well merge them together and call them Travis McKnight, because these guys are...
Oh, Travis
nose to tail.
McKnight battling for P1. There you go. Well, yeah, you're taking the rap from them later on, mate, when they
Yep, that's
what?
fair. That's fair. Hey, that's what I like to hear, Sean. He's going to give it a go. The old one-legged driving of a Gen 3 supercar. What can possibly go wrong? This is the great thing about sim racing. If you've been it, it doesn't really matter.
You'll still be about 12 seconds quicker than Jared, so you'll be perfectly fine.
And the rest, I'm sure. And the rest.
And about 50 seconds quicker than me, so you'll always be quicker, mate.
Take a look at the lines these guys are taking through these corners. There's a whole lot of consistency through a lot of
And Matty's hunting him down the big time in the background, as well as Travis Daly, mate. This is a 4-horse race.
Here we go.
Forget the Melbourne Cup, all right? It's done and dusted. This is the ASR V8 Supercars Season 2 finale. It's 10 times better than a Melbourne Cup race.
The bottom right of your screen, the battle for first. Jamie McKnight out in front, but Trav Hunt, Matt van der Kroon and Trav Daly all right there within a couple seconds of Mr. McKnight. And this is your championship leader, Matt van der Kroon. All he has to do tonight to take out the championship is finish somewhere within Cooey of Stephen Varga, who's currently 2 spots back.
Yeah, Varga's needs to finish ahead of him, as simple as that.
Varga,
and
look,
whatever
Varga has to
position he
not
is.
only finish ahead, but he has to finish, I think, and this is really quick, like top of the head maths, so please don't quote me on it in any official documents, but
I'm quoting
I
it
think Varga needs to finish something like 20 places ahead of Van der Kroon. So it's going to take,
It's not that much, is it, mate?
there's about
I'm gonna fact check this.
Yeah, so look, there's about I think about 30 or 40 points between them we saw earlier.
20.
Yeah, there's about,
I'll do that now.
Yeah,
90.
Have a look at the points between them.
It's 90 points, actually.
90 points. Can't be.
Yeah.
Can't be that many. I had a look just earlier. Chad Vigar's crashed. Chad Vigar has crashed in the background.
Uh-oh. No, you're up.
Let's take a look.
Let me check that. 54 points.
So what's happened here? Oh, he's all on his own.
54. Oh. Angry
On his own
Birds.
and
What?
just locks it up and into the
Oh, he was looking for some dog food out there, but mate, you get the wrong
Now he's stuck. He's stuck on track.
pedigree.
Can he get it moving, or is that going to be another safety car?
He can't get it
keep an
moving.
eye on this
Could cause
one.
safety car. Yeah, it's actually, you're right, 54 points separate P1 and P2 here.
So that's going to need to be about 20, 24. That's almost 28 spots difference. So really,
Yeah, because there's no split
it's-
racing here. Travi Daly on the back on Matty, actually, because Matty could take this way. Travi could be a big player here. He could steal this one place away, side by
He's putting
side.
the pressure
No, he
on.
lifted off.
big defensive move there from Van der Kroon, just letting the car drift out wide. And that's just, have a look at Trav Daly close that gap up. Van der Kroon's not got the drive out of the corner.
Yeah.
He's played the defensive line here, and he needs to, because otherwise Daly was past him and away.
There's more pressure on Matty because Matty realizes he can't spin and just drop a whole ton of places at the moment. He needs to just finish where he has to finish. Problem is, other drivers are putting pressure on him at the moment, and of course, the racing driver doesn't want to concede a position. He does need to concede a position because he's a racing champion, essentially. He has that trophy. Riding shotgun with him right now, mate. And the only thing can lose that would be a major incident, as you mentioned earlier in the show.
And I said it in the opening tonight of our broadcast. Mathematically speaking, Stephen Varga can take the championship win here, but it's going to require a religious level of circumstances, a biblical proportions type incident for Van der Kroon to not walk away with the championship win tonight. I'm not saying it's impossible by any stretch. We've seen that.
It'll be a wreck. It'll be a wreck. Just say wreck.
Yeah, it'll be a wreck. It'll be a wreck.
Because if he wrecks out, and that's the thing, he's going to fight. But I'm surprised he's putting that much of a fight. I mean, I would literally let Travi through. But if that was me, it sounds sensible, doesn't it? Up here in the commentary box.
does,
but then again,
but it's no fun.
we're not race drivers, mate. race drivers don't also want other race drivers to think that they're going to be better than them come the next season.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Now, we saw our delayed broadcast of round 9. We saw Vanderkraan have a huge incident that took him out.
Yes,
So that's got
yes.
to be fresh in his mind, because if that happens again tonight, he could be waving goodbye to the championship win.
That's what I'm thinking, mate. You know, you're in a position, all you have to do is finish in the top 10. You've got it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Bugsy's behind him, so that's a good thing.
Trav Daly's closing that gap up again.
And Trav Davies hungry, and you got to be thinking, mate, do you want to risk the biscuit that much? I mean, there is a battle up the road too, a fantastic battle between Jamie McKnight, and that's the battle for P1 and P2 up the road. You can see from them just in your pictures. So, what do you do?
Having a go
But
here.
Matty ain't yielding, mate. Matty's thinking, I want to win, because the best way to
Well,
win a
why wouldn't he?
championship is to win the race.
Yep, that's absolutely what you'd expect, though, from Matt Vanderkraan.
I love it. That's like
again.
That is, you know, true Formula One championship spirit. That's Ant Senna
Here we
spirit.
go. Trav Hunt
Lewis
making the
Hamilton.
move.
Yep, come on. Let's
It's up
go.
inside Jamie McKnight.
Not quite
Late
yet.
on the brakes. And he goes
Might
through.
have him.
Can
He
he
does
hold it
have
up
him.
the hill? Big slide almost
Well,
into the wall.
Jamie can
there.
hold it up the
Travis
hill, mate,
Hunt.
because he's in a Holden, but I'm not quite sure the ball can hold
Oh,
up that.
come on
Oh,
now.
here we go.
Come on now. Here we go. Through the cutting and up the hill we go. Trav Hunt out in front, but he's been torturing those tyres to get there. And that's going to give McKnight an opportunity if he's just willing to wait and just see what the tyre condition is like.
I reckon
Because
Bugs is on the radio
really
going,
cooked him there.
anybody that can, Travie, can you get past Matty, please? Get past Matty, please. That's what Steve Vargas would be shouting on the radio.
I
Get
reckon
past
at this
him.
point he's got to be offering bribes to just
Yeah, he'd be
give,
like, mate,
give Vanderkraan a bit of a pip. You know,
I'll
just,
give you a
bit of
golden
tap and
gay
claw.
time ice cream if you can get that job done. I'll give you a couple of budding snacks, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes, right? No,
Yeah.
these guys wouldn't play that way. They want to earn it. Oh, the top
Football,
four.
I'll give you a meat pie, some kangaroos, and some Holden cars if you need to. But something.
We
That's
take
your
a
battle
look
for P4,
again.
mate. P4, P3, P2, and P1. Right there in the pictures.
Those top
And
four
we are
separated by less
16
than a
to go.
second. Have a listen to them coming through Conrod Straight. And they are right up nose to tail now. So the gap that was there between second and third is no longer. This is a four-way battle for the lead.
I
And
reckon.
the only other battle we really have. Let's take a look back here. Simon Haynes.
Yeah, Simon Haynes on pressure.
Rick Vickers making a move. So let's take a look at this, because I reckon he might just put it through here. Doesn't he? Backs it off.
Oh, good exit speed, but good exit speed. Maybe I'll make a run here. He will.
Here we go. He's going up the outside.
Yeah,
Simon
corner.
Haynes makes it pass, but can he make it stick? This is a dangerous corner to try and pass around the outside.
You gotta go Hell's now. Gotta go Hell's corner. It's a reason. It's called Hell's for one reason. Yeah, either make it heaven or hell. The sticks with
He's
you.
going to go
fail.
over under here. What's the line he
Yeah.
takes? He's got a great run out of turn one. Here he goes. Simon Haynes. Can he make it work down the first straight? Oh, he's side by side.
Now you're coming.
bit of
Oh,
rubbing.
door banging. I love it.
Just a reminder that they're there. Simon Haynes, though, is going to find himself on the outside of this turn as well.
Oh, look away. Boys and girls, please. If you've got small children in the room, look away. They're going up through the cutting. Oh, no, he lifted.
He's had
He
to back
lifted.
it right off. He's found himself well offline there.
More under
And-
pressure for his teammate, too.
While we've been looking at this, take a look up front. Trav Hunt ahead of Jamie McKnight.
All right, so this is now going to be bragging rights for some of these drivers that aren't going to win the championship, but they certainly want to set the statement and they want to put their hand at the concrete for the end of the season to say, I'm a force to be reckoned with. We know that for a
Pressure
fact
from
that
Trav
Matty...
Daly. Sorry, just looking at Travis Daly all over the back of Vanderkraan there. He's been giving him a nudge almost.
Yeah,
As they
get
make
on
their
with
way
it,
down
mate.
Conrad
Move.
straight again. Look at
Move.
that opening up there again from second to third. Vanderkraan almost holding up Travis Daly.
Bugsy must be
Perhaps
loving
for
this.
safety
He
car.
should be catching this party soon. Here we go, set on the inside. Make it stick there for the Ford.
Big,
Bugsy
big
says,
push
I'm going to
from
hold him,
Daly.
mate. You're going to blow up. It oversteers it. Travie almost lost it.
What a
But
save
not
from
lost
Travis
it,
Daly.
but lost it. But thank you. He did not yet. Bugsy, I mean, Vandergren holds on and says, mate, you know, I'm a championship.
Let's
Probably
take a
the
look.
men for a reason.
These guys all on pretty evenly matched tyres. There's your battle box, the pit laps. We saw Travis Hunt take that very odd pit stop very late on, but that extra lap of tyres that he's got in has maybe been enough there to start pulling away from Jamie McKnight. The rest of them, though, all on tyres from lap 24. So
It's even Stevens, mate.
It's
Yeah,
not much in
exactly. Now, everybody tuning in at the moment, thank you. 17 watching. This is good. Give us a thumbs up and a like and subscribe as well, too. We'd much appreciated because you have a new season coming. And I'll tell you what,
Absolutely
if you're
do.
enjoying this racing, you're going to enjoy it much, much more of it. And please support the fantastic racing league here at Alliance Sim Racing. And these gladiators, Travis Hunt leading this one from Jamie McKnight, Matty van der Kraan, and Travis Daly. There's the pictures that you see, the top four. And I'll tell you what, two drivers in here. Matty leading the championship. Stephen Barger a little bit further down in P5, but not too far down the field. But Barger needs to head a lead. It needs to be a way ahead of Matty van der Kraan. But Matty van der Kraan at the moment, he is in a
let's
hornet's
jump a little
nest.
further back. Have a look at this. James Hardy and Daniel Sheriff's into turn one. Sheriff's was really thinking about that just then. Had a big look, but he's backed it right out. And then just a little further up the field, you've got a battle here between Michael Hayes and Rose, I believe. No, sorry, Michael Hayes, Todd Martin ahead of him. So Todd Martin just managing to hold off Michael Hayes. Martin's having a few little connection dips of his own. Not ideal, obviously, especially through Skyline and as you come down through the dipper. Not really what you want to see ahead of you, is it? A car. Hard pass on that one. And
If you
further up-
disconnect for a second, unfortunately, iRacing will try to just AI generate where you are, and sometimes it doesn't always work out perfect.
This is Rick Vigar with Simon Haynes all over his tailpipe. Simon Haynes looking for a way past. Not going to find it. Oh, he's having another look. Has a second look on that final turn. Just filling up the mirror, putting the pressure on. But not enough just yet. Haynes just
Tell you
biding
what,
his
though,
time.
mate. Yep, keep an eye on Matty as well, too, putting big pressure on Jamie as he's flying up through the cutting. That's another. There's so many battles on track there. It's so hard to keep an eye on everything that's going on.
Further back, Daniel Sheriff's making the pass down Conrad, so he's got it done on James Hardy just about, but he's backed it out there. I thought he had it. But
I
he's
think
had
he
to
thought he
pull out
had
that
it too,
pass.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we come back to Simon Haynes, who continues to hassle, harass, and generally be a nuisance for Rick Vigar. We're coming up close to the last 10 laps. It's
And you
coming
got to
around
remember,
very,
Simon
very
Haynes
quickly.
led the field there. He boxed one lap later than everybody else. So when he did, he dropped back to that very position he currently is at the moment. Well, P10, he had to battle his way through positions. But a little of a snap of oversteer from Matty as well, too. He's fighting on the back there of the dirty air of Jamie McKnight. Jamie McKnight is doing a solid job. Jamie McKnight has to, I'd have to say, my Bathurst driver so far of the race with 13 to go, because he has held his footment placement. His car has been where it is. He's driven to absolute, championship level material. Even though he's not in the championship hunt, he's in amongst drivers that are, and he's doing a solid job. So, hats off to Jamie McKnight, P2.
That he is. But look, honestly, at this stage, I reckon my driver of the evening at this point, if he keeps up, we spoke to Hazy a little earlier, Michael Hayes. He may be back in P14 right now, but he's up 10 spots from where he started.
Oh, he's having a blast, mate. You heard him,
There.
right? He was
Scott
like, he was
Bartone
stoked.
out.
He's
There
like,
it
yeah.
is. Scott
And
Bartone's out
I
in
went
the
down
safety car.
to the
We have
to
our
the
random
pit
safety
road.
car.
Oh,
It's
that's
happened.
spice and dicey. Now,
Lap
Travis Hunt
39.
leading. Jamie McKnight, Matty, our championship leader in P3. Travis Daly, P4. Championship P2. Vaughty in P5. He needs to be ahead of Matty by a country mile. So that's not going to work for him, but this whole switcheroo of the old pace car. Wow, with 12 to go, and we'll probably be about 10 to go by the end of this one. Tell you what, it'll give us a little bit of a chance to chat to some of the drivers too, mate. So maybe I might go down there and yank a couple for pit road.
Just calling out a black flag for Joseph Granshaw further back in the field. He's in P15, so he'll be serving a drive-through by the look of things. Have to have a chat to race control and just see what's going on there, because I don't think we're getting quite the information we were hoping for tonight. That's okay. New broadcast software means that we do need to play around with this stuff a little and make sure it's all working properly. But the story right now, as we head around under safety car conditions, Anita Buckland's crashed. What's happened there? Under safety car? Reese to go in the chat, absolutely, mate. This train has been epic. I don't generally like to spend all of our time watching the front of the race. There's so much going on right throughout this field, but tonight it has been so difficult to tear our eyes away from it. Let's have a look and see what's happened to Anita Buckland, though. Big snap oversteer there. Very, very lucky to keep it off the wall. And just doing her best to stay out of the way of the other drivers and not do too much more damage to that poor Commodore. All in all, she's gotten away fairly cleanly. Just the weight transfer not helping her, but it's been enough for her to get up and running again, and did well to avoid any major damage there. She sits back in P20 at the moment. But here we go, lap 39, coming around to start lap 40 shortly. We will see. I'd be very surprised if we get another lap under safety car here, given it is the random safety car of the evening. I am fully expecting that we'll see the safety car coming in on this lap, but we'll have to wait and see. Anita Buckland joins us now. Anita, I was just actually having a chat about your very fortunate save there with that bit of snap oversteer coming down into the dipper. How are you after that one?
Oh, just trying to keep pace, keep up with people.
It's a quick field, isn't it?
It is. It is. Very slippy out here when the tyres go. But
yeah, and look, you're what, 15, 16 laps on those?
She's up 5. Yeah, Anita, you're doing good.
Oh, good, yeah. Thank you.
Moving up through the pack still. I was stoked to see you keep that off the wall there, because that was a brutal moment of snap oversteer. What happened? Just a bit of weight transfer and it let go, or what?
Yeah, slipped on the red and white on the left-hand side.
Ah, yeah, it was
right there.
Came out of nowhere. So
it should be the green and gold, Anita. What is it? This red and white. This is not Australian.
No, I know. I know.
So, look, we're heading around under safety car here. It looks like we're going to be doing another lap under safety car. So a bit of time to perhaps just take a breather.
Get to know Anita. I like
yeah, get to know Anita. So you're back again with us next season for the Gen 3s. There's the all-important question.
Oh yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's it going to be though? I mean, obviously you can't take your Commodore with you. So are you going to jump the fence to Ford, or are you sticking with the Chevs?
Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Oh, I don't know. The Camaro looks nice.
Yeah, don't go to the Fords there. They break down. They blow up.
Biggles here has a big thing about the Fords. He's not a fan.
It's called realism. Yes. Anita, how long have you been in the season? Everybody tuning in as well too. So you've been involved in ASR for how long? And what are the things you love so much about this racing league, or hate so much about it? It's fine. All right.
Been with it since it opened.
Wow.
So what are we in, the second season?
Second season now, yep.
Yeah. Registered for next season, so nice. I'll be here again. And yeah, just loving racing with the guys. It's really good.
Yeah, you got to bring it to the blokes that they're quick. And your livery as well too. You got some nice splash and dash there. Jared, show the fantastic
We've
livery
got,
that Anita's
we've got Anita on
sporting.
screen right now. Worth calling out
I'm
as well.
waving. I'm
No,
waving.
good to. I can't quite see you through the window there. The roll cage gets in the way, Anita.
Yeah.
Hey, what's it like? Because I know you're sitting basically side by side there with hubby Gary Buckland.
Correct.
You try and throw him off a little bit from time to time, or is it all fairly clean racing in that household?
No, we have fun. Put it that way. We do
Are
die.
there team orders? I mean, yeah, obviously. I mean, you know, you back down.
No.
I mean,
no.
when Anita says, you know, you left, right? I mean, Gaza has to know that one. That's rule number one, isn't it?
Definitely.
Anita is the number one driver.
Yes, get out of my way, please, Gary. Hubby, I'm coming. I said that to him earlier. Get out of the way, please. You want a slow lap? And he said,
Well,
yes.
look.
I said, we'll move.
I mean, you got to call out to him. Of course, you're up 5 spots in the race so far. He's only up 2, so you're the mover and shaker in the team tonight. So make
Okay.
sure he's setting up the draft for you, will you, Anita?
I will.
We're going to
I
leave you to
will.
get back to it because obviously.
Yeah,
we're,
Anita, and
coming
your
across Skyline
last
right
thoughts. Who do you think's going to win the championship? Because just to let you know, Maddie's in P3 and
Okay.
Bugsy's in P5.
Ooh.
And can you make a difference to
reckon-
this?
I reckon it's either Travis, Matt, or Bugs.
Oh, all right. I like this.
Yeah.
Travis in the
We'll have to
mix.
wait and see. We'll have
Yeah.
to wait and see.
Travis
All right,
Hunt. Yeah.
Anita, you're a legend, and good luck on the rest of your race there. Okay, so I mean,
Thank
I'm
you
sure.
so much.
Yeah, Jared
Yeah.
will do his best commentator curse though to make sure that you finish ahead of the hubby.
Yes, make sure.
All right, take
Don't
care,
talk
Anita.
about me. Thank you.
That's
We'll
Anita.
go spend some
in-
time with Gary.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anita.
I'll
Good to
put
chat
you
to
back
you.
with the rest of the lads.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
Anita Buckland joining us in the booth there for just a moment as we come down Conrod. Now, just
You. Yeah,
ahead
good
of
on
her.
her. I like. You know, the caution cars actually gives you a chance to chat to the drivers, and that's a really nice experience, I think. And it really shout out there if you do. Hit the like and subscribe too if you even enjoy it even more, because season 3 is coming up, isn't it? There, Jared.
It is. Hey, I just noticed. I'm just going to go to our onboard cam with Anita because I need you to see this, mate.
All right.
I don't know if she's going to get close enough, but just in front of her is Phil Marsh, PJM. That license plate, GMH RIP. He's feeling all of the feelings tonight with the last race for the poor old Holdens. We'll see if we can get a bit of a view of this livery as they come around.
Yeah.
We will jump up front shortly. But this is the one that's got the farewell Holden on the side.
Is that
he's
blow up?
done this up specifically for tonight. And on the back end of that car, we'll see if we get a good view of it. I've just
You
noticed
calm
he's
down,
got
Jared. You're getting a little excited about that one.
It's a beautiful livery he's put together. It's a special
Yeah,
one for
well,
tonight.
we're going to have Travis Hunt getting the pace cars peeled in, mate. He's going to be slamming his car around the final couple of corners. The final corner, of course, in fact, which you'll see the pit. Yeah, there it is. The Coca-Cola 32. Gas. JWM Sports leading this one. We have 10 to go, mate. It's a sprint race now.
Absolutely is. The last thing I'll say, a big thank you to Phil Marsh and PJM. I've just noticed the Simple Racing broadcast logo featuring on that livery as well. How good is that? Love a
That
bit
is
of support from
fantastic.
the drivers.
Absolutely. And you do a good job, Jared.
Gives me the warm fuzzies,
Forward to you in
mate.
season
Gives
3,
me
mate.
the
If you don't
warm
have Jared in
fuzzies.
season 3, oh, wow. Here we go.
I
Up
am
through
back
the
for season
cutting.
3,
This is going to
absolutely.
be exciting, mate. This is going to be Bathurst, and it's a Bathurst. It's a finale, and everybody loves it. Mountain Street, Quarry Bren, the cutting,
So
Griffiths.
wide.
Yep.
So wide.
Go through Red Park, Borman Park. It's just so much fun. And at the moment, Matty's having a lot of fun because he knows Bugsy is in P5 championship leader, P3.
We'll have to check in on the points after this. Being a single race, obviously a bit of a different point scoring system, but even so, big tag of the wall there by Trav Daly. How he's managed to keep it on track, I have no idea. Vanderkraan, as long as he finishes ahead of Varga, he's got absolutely no concerns. And indeed, as long as he finishes somewhere where he can see Varga, his championship should be his. But he's still got to survive the last 10 laps of Bathurst, and that on any day of the week is a tough thing. We've had an incident in the background.
Yeah, Travis also 104 down from our race leader of Matty. I don't think it'll be enough. Although we
I
did
don't
have a
think
little
so.
bit early prediction there from the lovely Anita as well, too. She predicted that they could make the job done. But, you get a little bit extra points, of course, for this bonus last race. But then again, he has to get it because Jamie McKnight's on his tailpipe as well, too, mate. Look at the replay.
Yeah, look, I hate to say it, but you mentioned commentator curse before, and you mentioned Buckland Rooney.
Oh,
So
really?
We didn't specify it. Craig Rose, Anita Buckland, and Reg James seem to have come together as Trav Hunt slides out of the final turn.
Jamie McKnight putting
New
pressure right
fastest
now
lap.
on Travi in the race lead here. And Travi Hunt, if he can get this lead done, he may even jump Vargsy for P2 in the championship. I don't think he's got enough in the tank
ask.
there because Matty's in P3, but it might be enough. Who knows? But I tell you what, to win Bathurst, mate, to end the championship season with the best track on the racing calendar here in the V8 Supercars is the one you want to get. I tell you what, Vargsy, he wants it. I tell you what, Jamie McKnight, the man that's gained the most places, I have to say, and the man that you're fearing right now in the Holden is Jamie, and Jamie knows. Hey, Travis, mate, that's a Ford. That'll blow up. So, will it blow up in 9 laps?
We're
Jared?
gonna have words.
I don't know.
I think, mate.
Yeah,
about,
all right, Jared.
this
Jared's my
curse you
boss
keep
too.
putting
Don't,
on
you-
Fords.
don't find me, Jared. Please don't find me.
Let's go back a bit. These guys just sort themselves out. Trav Daly's still at the back of Vanderkran. But let's go back and just have a look. This is just off the back of the safety car. As we come down. So this is Craig Rose.
So we went
Gone
deep, and then he's
very
lost.
sideways.
Oh, he's reacted to the car going deep, and he's hit the anchors, mate, and the rear's left lock.
And then immediately after that, Anita Buckland survived getting past him there. But then up into the cutting has had her own moment.
No, Nita didn't do anything wrong. No, Nita got tagged.
Big lock up.
See
and
that?
then bang,
Kangaroo
gets
hitter.
T-boned.
Did you see that? Kangaroo hitter.
T-boned by Reg James.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Keep an eye on that moment. Travis Daly and Matty. Travi and Matty, side by side. This is going to be exciting here. The dying stages of this race. 9 laps to go.
Daly goes through Vanderkran and Varga.
Yeah, that's going to be one.
Race, for the
They're
first
two
time this race,
races
they're next to each
in the
other.
championship hunt. This is going to be even better for Travis Hunt because I don't know if you're calculating some math, but Travis Hunt in this race, but he's hunted down big time by Jamie McKnight. McKnight says, I'm going to knight you, my friend, as the Bathurst king and god, per se. Well, tell you what, Travis Hunt, if he can get this one done, he may be able to steal P2 in the Drivers' Championship. That's a bit of mathematics to work out there, and if anybody wants to help us out, the mathematics, please do in the chat. But at the moment, we're just focused on what is happening here in Bathurst. So 8 to go, and I'll tell you what, little wiggly giggly coming out of Travis Hunt, and Jamie McKnight looks so comfortable, does he, in that Holden 27 machine? That's a golden Holden, and that's the Shark Attack, as you can see on the side of the tyre sponsor. He is really wanting a race victory here. Why not? Seal the deal. Get Bathurst win, and then you can get season 3 as a victor.
Anita Buckland copping a drive-through penalty for that unfortunate one that we saw just a little earlier. So not what she'd be hoping for. I'm certain.
But Anita she's having fun. You heard her before. She's
Absolutely. Have a look at this though. Reese in the chat was saying earlier the 4-car train up front was pretty epic. This is a 6-car train up front right now. That is the battle for first on your screens right now. Trav Hunt out in front, only just.
Jamie had a bad exit. Jamie had a bad exit. We're costing the third time. In fact, we'll actually bring Travi Daly into play. So
Keep them all
Jamie
close
McKnight
together.
is the one that can take this one. He's a little bit too far back at the moment. Travi Hunt using all the racing track he possibly can and the racing line, and enforcing Jamie McKnight to play a couple ace cards up his sleeve if he wants to get OT done here this evening. Or if you're already tuning in, please give us a like and subscribe, because it's the final race of the V8 Supercars. It's a V8 Supercars, and it's in Bathurst. You can't get more Aussie.
You really can't, can you? Simon Haynes making past Rick Vigar in the background as well. Gary Buckland about to pass Jason DiBattista for P7 if Jason's not careful. But we will focus our attention here on this battle for first, because it is absolutely racing. The more the merrier. It is epic. He's going moving side to side, trying to break that slipstream up if they can. Trav Hunt doing everything he can to keep Jamie McKnight behind him. But have a look at this train. Absolutely rolling up the hill once more. Mount Panorama. It's been a fantastic race so far. Minimal incidents. Let's see what the last few laps have in store for us here.
Yeah, goes on a little bit of pressure there from Jason. That's about a P7 and P8. You keep your eyes peeled. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled at the moment. Jamie McKnight has lifted off a little bit there. So more than anything, Travis Daly may be feeling the pressure a little bit more on the tailpipe of the 0.27 machine of Jamie McKnight. But still the race leader is Travis Hunt. Where is our championship leader, you're asking? He's 3 positions down, Matty van der Krant. But the man doesn't need to finish anywhere higher than what he is, because he's going to lead the championship as long as he can head a whole gaggle of cars of Stephen Vargas, who's in P5 at the moment there. Jared?
No, I'm gonna say right now, yeah, Van der Krant doesn't need a win here, but when have we ever known Matt Van der Krant to not push the absolutely the whole way around?
Jamie's pushing Travi, mate, for the race win.
Absolutely is.
Tell you that one
Only
right now.
back.
But yeah,
Oh,
I think these two
so
gladiators
close.
got something else to prove for next season, more than this season.
So, looks like DiVitetto's swapped with Buckland there for P7. So a few battles going on there. Buckland back again behind DiVitetto.
Got to exit here, side by side, turn one. Race
Here we
leaders.
go. Jay McKnight on the outside. Late on the brakes. Little bit of rubbing there. And
Travi Daly.
Have a look at Daly capitalising.
Daly might have this. Daly might have this. He does have it. Daly took a
Run
2
out of
for
turn
1
one.
special out of Hell's Corner in Bathurst, taking the lead. 6 to go. What a drive for the Ford machine. And yes, it is a Ford. 77 says, thank you very much. I'll take that one any day of the week.
Let's have a look at that one again, because that was absolutely huge. Here's Trav Daly.
Look
You
at
see
that. Third back.
Hunter McKnight.
Cuts to the inside.
Thank you very much.
Bingo.
See you later. Away I go.
Go.
That's all it takes is just
Wow.
a little bit of speed lost by those front two as they come together.
That is the drive of the race so far. But hey, we still have 6 to go.
Not done yet.
Not counted
It's
yet.
Not done yet. Absolutely. So Trav Daly now leading the race, lap 45 and 50. And I know
Yeah, we'll
that Brad
Trav
Daly
on
will
that
be
one.
in the chat
Ooh.
cheering right now. Reese to go.
That
as
is
well.
good. That is brilliant racing. I'd love to see this. And I tell you what, this is like ASR 2.0. Imagine ASR 3.0.
Cannot wait.
Don't get me started.
Rick Vigar. Rick Vigar has had an incident in the background. Looks like he's back on track. As these guys make their way down Conrod. No moves happening there, so let's have a quick look and see what's happened to Rick. Coming up through the cutting. Is it? Oh, tell me it's not the same spot.
It's the
Tell
Kuma
me
tires.
it's the same spot.
Yeah, it's the
It's
Kuma
the same
tires.
spot.
They
These
haven't got
guys
the
are
grip out of there, man. They
pushing.
can't handle the cutting.
They're pushing so hard.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen.
No,
what, 4
no.
or 5,
Also,
6
just
times
punting
now?
about that one. There's no difference in the tires in that one. But that Travi Hunt, big time under pressure from Matty. Big time under pressure from Stephen. That is the battle for P3 currently at the moment. As we saw Travis Daly lead this race, hasn't won the race yet. Jem McKnight still holding in tight there for P2. But the battle for P3, P4, P5 is on, and it's hot, and it's live here. And what a way to a racing finale for a season, my friend, here for the Alliance Sim Racing V8 Supercars. V8 Supercars, last time you can see Holden versus Ford, I guarantee you in a racing season of Alliance Sim Racing. Jared, who's your pick on? Who's your money on? Come on.
We've only got a few laps to go. This is Bathurst. It's hard to pass. The front five all pushing.
No
But
excuse.
have a look at Trav Daly.
Let's go.
At this point, Trav Daly, look at him pulling away from this group. He's extended that lead out now over Jamie McKnight to 7/10, and he's holding it pretty consistently without looking too uncomfortable in that car. He's set himself up, and if you can just break the slipstream down Conrod each time around, he's only got to do it 5 more times here, and this race is his. I say that
Go
like
true,
it's an easy thing.
says Brad out there, Brad Daly. Yeah, obviously, mate, I would expect you to be going for the 77 machine because he is definitely commanding this one. And hey, tell you what, he had the best overtake I've seen so far in this race, and probably I've seen so far in the last 8 hours of iRacing Bathurst specials as well too. But hey, this is exciting.
Huge move, wasn't it?
This is
huge
big.
Move.
This is and we're down to 5 laps to go, mate. And if you want to size up for an overtake right now, you could be doing some quantum physics and quantum racing overtaking maneuvers, because Steve Vargsy, mate, needs to not only get past Matty, because Matty's leading the championship, but he's got to get past everybody else.
McKnight with a great run out of the final turn, closes up half of the gap that was there. That was out to 7/10. He's pulled it right back to 4 now. So he'll be in the slipstream as they make their way back up, yet again, climbing the hill here at Bathurst.
Travis Dale P1, Jamie McKnight P2, Travis Hunt P3, Matty Vanderkran championship leader P4, P5 Stevie Vargsy. Vargsy needs more points than that, and then Peter a little bit further down the field there. But Travis Daly, well, you can make yourself up a few places here in this championship run, but it won't be enough to win. I'll tell you what, in a moment, he's going to be focused on winning Bathurst. He doesn't care about the championship. He's looking for season 3.
Absolutely looking forward to that. But we're coming down to crunch time here, and McKnight, he's tell you what, he's put in some amazing laps right throughout this race.
Yeah, he could get it, mate. He's in a Holden too.
He's going to have to pull something out in a big way to get past Daly.
Well, Jamie,
it's a big ask.
You have the Biggles boost right now applied out of the elbow. Come on, Jamie.
I don't want to.
Jamie, come on, Jamie. Come on, Jamie.
Dampen your view there, but what did you do, Anita Buckland, just a few laps earlier, mate? Let's not.
I didn't do it. No, I did nothing to Anita. Nothing to Anita. Anita was doing a fantastic job. Anita was doing. We love Anita. She's 21st place. She's having a blast at the moment for their number 11 machine. Here we go. What a blast! Well, strap yourself in a shotgun to a Holden, and it's a 027 machine. It's called Jamie McKnight, mate, because he's been knighted by Lord Biggles. So this man is now Sir Jamie McKnight. Confirmed live here on the ASR broadcast for the final race.
That is something, mate. That is something.
You're going to see it right now, mate. Look at this. You want a power of the Excalibur sword? Get a Holden. Here we go, side by side. Come on, Jamie.
This is taking a look forward from Travis Hunt's car. And side by side they are, Trav Daly and Jamie McKnight. Daly's got the inside line. McKnight's got the pace, though.
I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you. You don't understand the power of the Holden. Oh, I love it. He got the nose in there. Sends it deep. Jamie McKnight in the lead of this race. 027. Bingo, 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 my friend. He's even got all the old ladies out there calling bingo.
Two and a half laps to go.
He's solid.
2.5.
And the man going into this championship, he's not even in the top 10. He don't care. He wants to win Bathurst.
Can he do it for the Commodore? The last race of the season. The last race.
Send
for
the Commodore, mate,
Commodores.
into retirement in style.
Just not into a wall. That's what we don't want here.
You come down. It's not going to happen. At least it won't blow up.
So here we go.
Everybody enjoy themselves. Please give us a like and subscribe.
Big lock-up. Oh, big moment.
Oh, he's under pressure.
There goes Vanderkran. Vanderkran's through. So Travis Hunt gives that one away. And here goes Stephen Varga coming past him as well. Let's jump a couple of cars ahead because Travis Daly's making the move up the outside.
Yeah, you're going to hold on, mate. You're holding to get her to the outside. Switch it around the man. Travis Daly's going to stick his nose up there. He'll have to lift. Yes, he will. Jamie will have to lift. Travis
And
Daly,
takes
what a
it
move.
back.
What a move through the cutting. What a move through the cutting in through the chase. Job done on that one. Now, I tell you what, Jamie knows, okay, you got me once, mate. Fool me twice, got 3 to go. Can't fool him 3 more times. Let's
Don't
see
want to look
if
away.
Jamie
Joseph
can...
Granshaw and Michael Hayes both crashing as well, though. Hopefully nothing too serious. Let's take a very, very quick look at that before we jump back to the live action.
Nothing too serious. It's like an Ice House song.
Absolutely. So
I had a little
this is Joseph
accident.
Granshaw all on his own. And again, the same spot. The same spot. We've seen that over and over again tonight. Here we go. The battle for first. We're back with it. Jamie McKnight.
Jamie,
still-
get on the gas pedal, my friend. You better be. You will not let Jamie. I'm going to have words with you. I will have words with you. You're going to get past that forward at the moment. Of Travis Daly.
Biggles is emotionally invested here.
I am
He wants
emotionally
Holden.
invested in this race, mate.
He won here.
Come on, Jamie.
Rick Vigor has just had an incident as well. He's recovered quickly.
You know what? I love both these drivers anyway. I really, at the end of the day,
Ultimately,
whoever
they're all
wins,
great
wins.
drivers. Absolutely.
I just want to have some fun,
Jeez.
but yeah.
Here comes Trav Daly once again. Jamie McKnight hot on his heels, holding 2.5 tenths as we go down towards the dipper once again.
Yeah, holding.
Here they
exactly.
come.
Not affording it, he's holding it.
That rear left of Jamie McKnight's, we've seen a couple
I
of
have
puffs of
to
smoke from
left.
his, absolutely annihilating that tyre.
Oh, I can't get the cutting either. Can't get the cutting exit. Jamie, get the cutting exit. You're not going to get the OT done.
Not this lap.
I'm getting frustrated.
One more lap to go. Let's take a
How
quick
many?
look. Michael Hayes and his issue just a little earlier. Yep, down out of the dipper. That'll do it. Big slide and hazy into the wall.
Off the racing line.
And then Rick Vigor, turn 1. Oh, he's been pushing hard to try and get past Todd Martin there and just overcooks it. Thankfully, no contact.
All right, Jamie. You go
Here we
down
go.
2 to go, mate. It's going to be 1 to go. I
Final
need
lap.
you to get on the loud pedal. This is your race director. Jamie, do you have a copy?
He's
Loud
heard you. He's
pedal.
right up behind
Loud
Trav Daly.
pedal, please. Let's go, mate. We can't let
A
a
battle
Ford.
from
We can't let a
first.
Ford win Bathurst, mate. I don't care if what car wins the rest of the season, but you need to get the sun, don't you? Come on, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie. I love you too, mate. You're an absolutely fantastic ambassador of racing sports, but at this point, I'm backing Jamie.
Jamie McKnight feeling the lift as well. He is pushing so hard right on the back bumper of Trav Daly. He's going to be lucky to find a passing opportunity here, but he's going to put the pressure on all the same. Daly, though, rises to the challenge, starts to pull away again, has the better line, and opens that gap back up 4 tenths as we
Right,
come over
mate.
Skyline.
Yeah, Jamie's still playing a little bit. He's going to be following him through here. That's what he's scheduled to do. Yeah, go close to the fence there. Use as much as the track as possible, which you don't have a lot, of course, to the mountain. But more importantly, this is the key to focus on right now. This is where you get the job done. And at the elbow, of course, I keep telling everybody multiple times, you want to be 1/10 to the elbow. And I'm quite sure that Jamie can get close up at the moment. You can get hunt him down here. No,
Daly
he's
gets
not.
an outstanding exit.
Daly's got a
And-
great exit.
All he needs is a really, really consistent application of brakes here at the end of Conrod. This is the last chance that Jamie McKnight's going to have to make a move.
Not enough, mate. He'll
Let's
gain
see.
2 tenths to the yeah.
Let's see how deep he sends it, though.
It'll be good, but it'll be 2 tenths.
He gains a 10th.
Yeah.
Gains a 10th under brakes.
Now,
It's not gonna be
now
enough.
it's going to be crucial. This will be the last lap. This will be interesting. Travis Daly has to nail this one perfectly. He has the race win. If he makes a mistake, Jamie's going to send it.
Too easy. Travis Daly, a fantastic win. 50 laps of Bathurst.
Not yet. One more.
No, that's it. That's the race done, my friend. Trav Daly takes the win over
Oh, it
Jamie
is?
McKnight.
Oh, my apologies.
You were getting all excited there, weren't you?
Yeah, that's it. I'm
Getting all excited, but that's it.
Jamie!
Travis
Shut up.
Daly takes it. Matt Vanderkraan, P3. Stephen Varga, P4. That means that Season 2, your championship winner is Matt Vanderkraan. As we see Trav Daly, as he often does.
May's pulled his
Putting on
car
a
off.
show.
He's not doing burnouts. Ooh, that's a
Oh
penalty.
no, he's Jamie McKnight's
No.
back there celebrating. Here goes Trav Daly though.
No, Matty's retired. Matty Van Cryn has retired, but Travis Daly is
has.
doing burnouts.
Big spin there. You love to see it, don't you? You love to see it. Let's talk race results as we wait for the final race results to be available. Just waiting on those last drivers crossing the line. It could be a moment. What a fantastic finish to the season. Absolutely. What do you say about that? What do you say?
No,
That was just absolutely huge.
Oh, yeah.
As we take a look once again, this is Travis Daly coming across the line. And speaking of, we bring him into the comms booth now. Trav Daly, your winner for round 10, the final round here at Bathurst. How are you, my friend?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Mate, doing well. That was an absolutely spectacular drive. Biggles and I going back and forth on who was going to take that one. But in the end, too strong for the fast finishing Jamie McKnight. Congratulations to you taking the race win for the evening. Just massive. Absolutely massive. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, I was very keen on the race. I knew I could do well, but I was not expecting a podium. But it came out of nowhere pretty much. From the start, I fuel saved and looked after my tyres, and it paid off.
Mate, more than a podium, top step, no less.
You might have, Travis, you might have Steve Bugsy beaten on P2, but we're not quite 100% sure of those points. But I'll tell you what, getting that top step might be
Fantastic finish
close
to the
enough.
season.
Well,
Yeah,
P2
we'll
and
have to wait and
championship,
see.
yeah.
We'll have to wait and see how
Do you
that
think
goes,
you got
but-
it there, Travis?
Sorry, say again. You just broke up a bit.
Do you think, Travis, you might have that? Well, Travis Daly, so no, you won't. My apologies, I'm well confused. That one. Sorry, Travis.
There's too many
I
races.
thought you were in a hold, and I realised you were in a Ford. Sorry.
Ah,
You know,
Biggles, enough.
it's going to be a close one. I actually haven't looked at what the board is, but
You might have P3, mate, in the bag.
wow,
Oh,
I
on
was
the
not
championship.
was not expecting that.
Look and see how the points wash out from tonight. But mate, a fantastic finish to the season. We've got to ask you: you're sticking with the Ford as we get into the Gen 3s, or are you making the
no.
switch?
To be honest, I do have my heart set on the Camaro, but I got a funny
not
feeling
the only one I've heard.
I'm going to come back to the Mustang, but I will be getting both of them. They're tried them both.
Why not? Why not? Good to hear. Well, mate, we'll let you go and celebrate that. A spectacular win to finish the season off, and mate, that'll be all she wrote for this season for you. But well done, great finish.
Thank you.
Travis Daly taking out P1.
I just want to give a shout out to M1 Used Cars for taking me on board, and all our sponsors that follow us. Yeah, credit to M1 boys and showing me the ropes and making me a better driver overall.
Good to hear, mate. Good to hear, and well done as well. Of course, M1 Racing
Good
a number of
job.
entries here.
Woo,
Bloody well done.
good job.
Fantastic win
Celebrations.
for the final round at Bathurst. Travis Daly will let you go and
Bathurst, yeah.
celebrate with those guys, and we will see you next season, I'm sure.
Cheers, boys. I'll catch you later.
Good stuff. Travis Daly taking the win, but the man of the hour, we've spoken to him so many times along the way. A third place finish tonight, more than enough. Your Season 2 V8 Supercars champion for Alliance Sim Racing, Matt Vanderkraan. Mate, congratulations. How are you?
Yeah, awesome, mate. Yeah, I like the sound of that. That's a good sound.
Goes all right? Goes all right? Season
Goes
2
all right.
champion. What a consistent set of results for you. You know, I was looking back through the season before tonight, and you know, you wouldn't think so, given the lack of overall weak wins that you had, but your consistent results right throughout the 10 weeks of this season have led you to this, a really commanding performance overall and a well-deserved win in the championship. How are you celebrating tonight?
Oh, mate, yeah, won't be too much. Got to go to work tomorrow.
Got to put the kids to bed.
Yeah. I've got a can, and mate, that was as usual exhausting race. But seriously, that was one of the best, most fun races I've ever had. Congrats, massive congrats to Trav for that victory. Geez, he drove well. Jamie drove awesome. Fuel for Trav Hunt. Barge was up there at the end. Pete Sattler, great race. Gee, that was good fun.
Matty, I've never seen you so loosey and goosey in any racetrack, and around Bathurst, mate. That rear end was going all over the place there. That would keep you in check early in this race. And I thought Matty was going to run away with this one, but mate, you were struggling with the car. What happened in the handling?
It's funny, I love this track, but I've never really had great outright pace here. I don't know where I'm missing it. It was interesting with Trav Hunt early on. I was sort of getting him a bit across the top of the mountain, but going through the chase and, you know, in turn 2 and so on, he getting pace on me, and then down through Forest Elbow, which I'm terrible at. Yeah, mate, I just haven't got any sort of major advantage over anyone. And these players are quick, mate, don't get me wrong, you know, so it's not hard to drive away from them. At a place like this, I just couldn't do it.
Any particular setup you think it was wrong or something? Because, I mean, mate, you know, once again, you are the gladiator. You're the world champion of this ASR event and this season. But to see you struggle a little bit, it was just quite surprising. But then again, you still got a fantastic result. You got the podium and you got the championship. But yeah, just elaborate other drivers that will be joining season 3 and so forth. Like, you know, what were the key issues this evening, which weren't not down for very often, mate. But yeah, elaborate. I should whisper it to them if you need to.
No, seriously, mate, the boys were just quick and I was pushing too hard. And when you start pushing too hard, the rubber lets go and, you know, you then suffer the consequences. So even though I was trying to be conservative on tyres, but, mate, when the pace was as hot as it was, I didn't really have that opportunity. So, yeah, and I was just overdriving. Yeah, it was a great setup by Jamie, as always. And, mate, kudos to the other boys. They were bloody quick.
Well done. The last question for you before we let you go and celebrate your championship victory, mate. Gen 3s, they're on their way for season 3. What's it going to be? What are you getting your seat into the next season?
I'm not sure I want to say this publicly, but I'm Australian as it is.
I keep hearing this tonight.
I really don't care.
Do you like onions on your budding snags or underneath the snagger? I mean,
yeah, no, so long as the onion's on there and reasonably well cooked, I'm pretty happy. Can't have any of this raw shit. But no, mate. Look, I don't know. Look, to make Nick Hoysl's life easier, he does our paint. I'll probably jump in a Mustang because that's what I reckon those other boys will be driving. And mate, I'll drive whatever they serve me up.
Fair enough. Well, Matt Vanderkraan, an absolutely stellar season from you, mate. The championship is yours. V8 Supercars, Alliance Sim Racing Season 2 for 2024. Nothing left to say but congratulations once again. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you so many times this season, and great to see you come away with the win in the end. Well done, mate. Go and celebrate with the boys, eh?
I appreciate you, boys, and love the work.
One last question, Matty.
Yes,
what
mate?
is your secret to success?
Gee, I don't know. Laps and more laps, and
Practice?
just trying to practice. You know what? I found pace in this car, and it probably all changed with Gen 3 when I focused more on mid-corner speed. So, you know, not braking as hard in, letting it roll through the corners, often using longer gears through corners. That's where I found the pace in this car.
There you have it. Thank you very much, my friend. Champion of the world.
Here's hoping it translates into the Gen 3s, mate. We'll watch on with keen interest at the start of next season. For now, go have that beer or soft drink or whatever it is you're having, because you've definitely earned it over the last 10 weeks, mate. The night is yours, Matt Vanderkraan, our Season 2 champion with Alliance Sim Racing. What a fantastic finish. And look, last word must go to one of the series organisers. We'll bring him on in. Troy Sipple joins us in the commentary booth. Troy, how are you, mate?
I'm alright, I have to admit, bit sore. That's
Bit
hard
sore?
work for us old boys.
Wait, 40 laps of Bathurst, mate? You're a bit sore? Come on,
Oh.
Troy.
50 laps. The arms don't
Yeah,
feel
50.
really good. You don't blink much, to be honest.
No, mate.
No, fair call. And look,
Yeah.
an 8th spot in that race tonight, nothing to sneeze at for you in the Quantum Racing entry either. Bloody well done,
yeah,
first of all,
yeah.
on sticking in the top 10 with some very, very fast competition tonight. That's for sure.
Yep,
Hey,
thanks for that.
let's have a chat for a moment about Season 3. It's knocking on the door. Gen 3s. They're coming into force December 10th. Now, we've been talking this up all night tonight on the broadcast, but the plan is Gen 3s, right?
Yeah, that's the plan. Definitely be the plan. So Timmy's got his
Assuming
work
iRacing
cut out
doesn't
for
pull
him.
it out from under us.
Yeah, as long as they don't change anything. But no, we'll be all set to go with Gen 3 for round 1 on the 17th. So
forward to it. And
that'll be good. So we've had
We did
massive,
take
massive interest.
Yeah, and look, we took a look at the calendar, or the draft calendar earlier on the broadcast. It looks absolutely fantastic. We did give a shout out, of course, for anyone watching who's not a current driver and is interested, to shoot you an email, of course, at alliancesimracingaustralia@gmail.com. What's it looking like? We've got a full field already. Are we thinking about multiple splits? How's it all shaping up for you as a league organizer?
At the moment, no, we're still looking at it. I'm not going to give too much away.
Oh, okay.
We do. It is getting opened up to outside the league tomorrow night, I think, or Saturday morning. We opened up a show your interest list that a lot of people did get on and put their name down. So she's gonna be. We'll just wait and see when that closes off to see which direction we go. As for a second split, I don't think we'll be doing a second split this time. I think with Gen 3 coming out and Christmas
Too
and
much
all that
new
sort of
stuff going on. Yep.
Yeah, and I've decided to go on holidays for the next 2 weeks anyway. So
Who lets you do that? You're a legal.
I know, right?
You don't
I
get
know.
holidays.
I'm just taking them. Didn't ask
Yeah,
them.
fair call. Fair call.
So,
Mate,
but yeah, so Rick's going to have a bit of work to do while I'm away, which he already does a lot with it at the moment. So I think we're pretty well set. We know what the go is and what we're doing and how we're doing it. So we just need to release it all around about the 10th of December. I suppose everything will come out with Gen 3 and away we go.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Hey,
crossed.
we did just briefly mention earlier. I don't know if you're ready to give anything away just yet, but word has it that we might have a safety car sponsor in the works. Are we ready to talk about that yet, or is that going to be a first round surprise?
No, I think we'll leave that until we release the teams and the people that are in the comp and what
nice
we're
one.
actually doing, because we are talking to a main sponsor as well.
Ooh,
So
there you
there are a couple of them talking. Whether we'll get that sorted by this next series is still in the chat room. So so we'll just play it by ear. But the safety car sponsorship is definitely locked in. So
Just gotta wait and see
good.
now.
So looking forward to that one. Yep, looking forward to that. That's going to be good. So Timmy's got his work cut out. He's got a busy schedule with work and got new liveries of the Gen 3s for our team, and also and the safety car too. So yeah, so he's not going to like me very much, I don't think, for a couple of weeks, but he'll be right.
Only a couple of weeks.
It's only a couple of weeks. He'll be right. He'll be right. Timmy does a really good job at what he does. So yeah, we're looking forward. And I'm the only me and Tim have seen our liveries, so that's a surprise to all our team, which is they're not going to actually see it until the Gen 3 is released as well. So yes,
Wow.
yeah, fun times. No one will see that bar me and Tim. So yeah, and also the safety car. No one will see that bar Timmy or me and the safety car and Rick sponsor. But other than that, that's we'll keep that under wraps for a little bit and see how we
so
go.
Lots to look forward to. Lots to
So
look forward to.
plus we'll be launching through this next year. We're going to have a enduro championship.
Okay, so tell us about that. What's in the works
Well,
there?
That'll consist of 3 rounds. 2 tracks have been locked in. Obviously, Bathurst will be the 1000 towards the end of the year. We'll have a Sandown, and then we'll have another track. I won't release that one at the moment because we're not 100% sure. I think we've got it locked in, but still want to make sure of the format for that round. So at the end of every season, so after season 3,
It's Spa.
so basically second week of March, around that area, there'll be the first one. And then after the season 4, there'll be a Sandown, which I presume would be a 500. And then after that,
I think so.
there'll be
It's the way you have to do it, isn't it?
yeah,
It's got to
Bathurst
be a
1000.
500.
Yeah, well, that's it. So, and then there'll be a Bathurst 1000. So, but that'll be also opened up to outside the league as well. So that'll be another good thing that we're getting underway, and yeah, that'll hopefully go well with you guys on board broadcasting it. It should be a good show.
Absolutely, mate. Cannot wait to bring it to everybody, and that's probably the best way for a lot of people to keep in touch with this as we come into the new season. We'll be talking about this throughout season 3, I'm sure. So, best way to make sure you're up to date on everything is to make sure you catch the broadcasts in just a few weeks.
Well,
Mate,
that's it.
Yeah, before we let you head off and celebrate the end of an amazing second season, anyone you want to call out, anything you want to share for the viewers at home, anything at all from the point of view of Alliance Sim Racing?
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to thank Rick for all his work. Been a few stressful days, stressful nights, and well, we've been trying to get things together because, of course, we threw it together pretty quick, and there's still a lot we've got to do. Also, Jamie's helping us out with the obviously with vets and setups and stuff like that. So Jamie's been getting them to us pretty quick because obviously we're Tuesday night, so we kind of like to start practicing on Fridays, and Jamie's been up to speed with that, which is good. Also, you guys, well done, great broadcasting, nothing but good results and lots of people watching and good reviews, so we're happy with that. Timmy, Jonathan and Scotty for the race control, they've done a great job. They're working with us to try and get our set of regs and all that sorted as well, which has taken a while, so we're all still learning that sort of stuff, and yeah, he's going good. My teammates and all the team from Quantum Racing, been a tough season with one of our main guys moving on, but yeah, we kept it together and we're fighting good. Matty and for winning the championship, of course, and all the boys. Stephen Varga, close call, so we nearly nailed the championship as well. So he won last season, so it's 1-1. So let's see what we can do, bring out next season. So.
Troy, you're 100. You're 101 extra subscribers going into this race. In fact, you cracked the century. Of course, you feel like you're a cricket player, cracking the century, and you should be. You're well deserved on that one, my friend. And going into this one, obviously it'll grow pretty quickly because I've seen many leagues before in the past that I've been involved in to go from 100 to 1,000 to 10,000. Do you foresee this fantastic racing league of fantastic drivers and gladiators battling it out there, growing to 1,000 and in a year from now and so forth? What is the key to your success of? But for you, my friend, organising the league, that's the key part. Getting the drivers to come in week to week and drive week to week and of rewards, incentives and everything that there is to be a part of this fantastic community. It must feel good for you, right?
It does.
Yeah.
And it's more the mateship. Like at the end of the day, like we all try and be mates on this. So we go out racing. We're too old to actually do it in real life. Plus, none of us probably have that money. So this is a way that we can actually get on and and be good friends and try and race together and try and respect each other's racing. And like Matty said, Matty even has already told me, this is one of the best races he's ever had in iRacing. So, and that's what we aim with the quality that we want from you guys broadcasting it, to the race control, to everyone else like Rick. Mate, Rick's done an exceptional job. I can say he's probably done a little bit more involved with the computer stuff and all that sort of setups. And of course, Matty Vanderkran, he's jumped in and he's doing all our setups each week and practices, and they're all doing a really good job. And winning, so we just got to work out how we can give him an extra pit stop each race just to slow him down a little bit, to be fair. But not even the reverse grid races are helping us, so we'll work on that. But no, it's good. And plus, thanks to all the viewers as well. Like, we're trying to make something that we haven't just got like elite drivers out the front. We want something that you got good drivers.
Mate, you are making something.
Yeah, people in the middle.
Don't say you're trying to make something.
Well, we're not. We don't want anything that's just all dominated by fast drivers. We want middle people that are building up to being fast to be able to race against each other, same as at the back of the field. We still want them to be able to race against each other. So at the end of the day, people can go in and go, okay, I'm not quick enough to win this, but there's 4 or 5 drivers that I want to beat every week. We race good together, we race clean, and it gives them that excitement to jump in every single week, you know what I mean? So
I do know, mate. I do know, because I do a lot of broadcasts, and this is a fantastic league. Jared, you have to agree with that one, right, mate?
100%. The way that this league is set up, Troy, it's got a big future ahead of it, mate, and I'm looking forward to helping it grow alongside you. A shout out, of course, in the chat from a few of our viewers, just saying a big thanks to you and to Rick for putting this one on, mate, and they've thoroughly enjoyed watching the racing happen throughout the last 10 weeks. And you know what? A few weeks' time, we'll do it all over again.
Well, that's it. And it's the broadcasters, it's the guys driving, it's the people setting it up, it's it's people watching, it's everyone that makes this league work. So it's no good just me and Rick setting it up. We need the drivers to, do the right thing and respect each other and race with each other and enjoy racing with each other. And then, of course, the viewers enjoy watching something. They got something that's enjoyable to watch. And we're always changing it up. Like me and Rick are already talking, hey, let's try this, let's do this. Let's make it up. Like Vets is a league of its own. It stands itself, and it's big, and it goes good. It's got great broadcasts and that. So we've done something a little bit different, still side by side with the Vets, but it's kind of a different sort of because we've got the split races and gives us a little bit more practice, so, and that's what we want. We want people to watch. So the better we can make it, the more people are going to watch. The more people are going to watch, the better we can make it.
So that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sorry?
Nothing? Yeah.
So, but without you guys, we can't do it either. So, so at the end of the day, it takes all of us to make it look good and keep it going. And we're hoping we'll be here in 25, 26 series and onwards. So
looking forward to it, mate. Always good to be the start of something big and to be involved with it. So really keen to get season 3 underway. Before we let you go and we close it out for season 2, my last question for you, Troy. It's a doozy. What's it going to be for Gen 3s? Is it going to be the Ford or is it going to be the Camaro?
Oh, mate, hands down, mate. I won't even buy the Camaro. Come on.
We got beef. We got beef there, Troy.
But at least people are actually driving what's made by GM and not an Opel made in European.
Yeah.
With a Commodore badge.
At least it doesn't blow an engine every 5 minutes, mate. Come on.
Come on. I haven't blown an engine all season, mate. So it's
but you want to look at everybody else on the grid that we broadcast that does? Anyway, Troy.
They should be in Camaros, mate, because they obviously can't drive a Mustang, right? So,
Mustang
all the way. Mustang all
You're
the way.
the boss, mate. I just let
stuff.
you drive what you need to drive.
No, they can drive whatever they want. Everyone can drive. Like, hey, without the competition.
I get my Nissan Skyline up there, R32, and just blow you all to Skyline, actually. But anyway, we won't talk about that.
Well, we'll see how the Toyotas go.
Oh, mate, I can't wait for them, honestly. That's
we know what turbos are, right? They're just extensions of,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
come on, mate.
Come on.
You get
Absolutely,
more
but,
intake, more exhaust. Come on, it works.
Doesn't matter,
Look,
mate.
we'll leave it there for this evening. Troy, thanks again, mate, for putting on a fantastic
We got
season.
beef in the broadcast. Exactly. Go ahead, Jared.
Exactly, yeah. Well done, boys. Without you guys, it wouldn't have looked so good. So you've done a great job. So thanks for the last season and a half, 2 seasons. Let's go for 3 and make it bigger and better, eh?
Absolutely, mate. We'll let you get onto it, and Biggles, I'll wrap it up here. Troy Sipple on behalf of Alliance Sim Racing there. And Biggles, that is the season done. I can't believe we're at the end of it. It's gone so quick.
All good things must come to a closing, my friend, and I tell you what, you've done a fantastic job there. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next season. I think that's really what it's all leading towards, and big congratulations, of course, to Matty. He's done everything he needed to do. Man, started at 18 races. He's won 6 or so, give or take, all those points, and consistency is always the key to winning a championship, and hats off to you, Matty. Done it again.
Well deserved, well deserved. Biggles, it has been the utmost of pleasures bringing this season to the people alongside you here in the commentary booth. Anything you'd like to close out on before I call it a night for us here at Bathurst?
Simple, simple, simple.
That's it. I love it. Simple Racing Broadcasts have been very, very proud to bring you all the Alliance Sim Racing Supercars series here, Season 2 for 2024. And we will be back once again, Season 3 just around the corner. Make sure if you're keen on getting involved as a driver that you do send an email off to alliancesimracingaustralia@gmail.com. Make sure you subscribe down below to Alliance Sim Racing. Pop on over to the Simple Racing Broadcast channel as well and give us a follow there, because we'll be bringing plenty of racing action between now and the start of Season 3 for Alliance Sim Racing's V8 Supercars. But until then, this is Jared Cole saying thank you so much for sticking with us right throughout this season. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to seeing you all back here again very, very soon. Until then, it is goodbye for now.